who get it done.
Reason for him to come back this year.
And who's out tomorrow night? I
believe Jaylen Brown is doubtful tomorrow night.
They're reeling, dude. They're reeling. And now you got no Jaylen Brown tomorrow night against Sacramento. Well, Skaz is already reaching out to sources. I might have to sniff around now. Just the chemistry, though, Skaz. That's the one I can't buy.
I was told no setback. So take that for what it's worth.
No setback.
No physical setback.
So just a mental setback. just a mental setback from the guy. There were literally videos of him working out every day. But now 20 games isn't enough. Bruins only got a couple of more games left. You know who I'm excited to see tonight? Matt Patra. Matty P.
Scored against the Flyers last year, I believe.
There we go. Bruins and Flyers coming up next. We'll have you guys post-game till 11 o'clock tonight. We'll continue our Super Bowl coverage, some Celtic stuff, and we'll have reaction to the Bees and Flyers tonight. We'll hand things over to Ryan Johnson and Bob Beers. I'm Joe Murray. Bruins hockey next on the Sports Hub.
FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. The media group station. This is Boston Bruins hockey. Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, Ticketmaster, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, TD Bank, Service Credit Union, and by Catches Law.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Mass Mutual, Wendy's, Live Nation, The Peterson School, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden, this is Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins, winners of 8 in a row on Garden Ice, will play their final home game before the Olympic break as they take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Great to have you with us. Along with Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Tonight's storylines are brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado, where dependability comes standard. Well, here at TD Garden on Tuesday night, Bruins return home on the back end of a back-to-back and got an overtime victory over the Nashville Predators. That win coming after travel problems left the Bruins bussing home from New York City the morning of the game, arriving back in Boston a little after 1 o'clock. Marco Sturm said his team took the whole thing in stride.
Yeah, no, I was actually very happy. Again, nobody was complaining. We just did the best possible, right? It was a little bit out of our control, so we just had to grind it out a little bit. But no, guys did a really good job, and also our staff, everyone around helped us, with food and getting the snow off our cars just to, make it easier for our players to get home. So that was, I would say, a whole team effort today from everyone.
Well, let's be clear. People have it a lot worse than
No question.
than we do, right? And pro athletes do. Okay. And that being said, you're expected to perform at a certain level, and in order to perform at that certain level, you need certain things. And that was a challenge. It really was. It was, the American Hockey League does it a lot, where you're traveling, you're on buses a lot, but this was something different. And the change in plans, where we're supposed to come home, then we can't come home, then we got to check back into the hotel, blah blah blah. You go into it. But yeah, a lot of people stepped up and made it as best as possible for these guys. It was not a pretty game against Nashville. I mean, I think we can all agree with that. They weren't at their best, but they found a way to get 2 points, and it took overtime to do it. And he gave up a lead late again, unfortunately. But it's something where, hey, you got to deal with some adversity along the way. Whether it's losing games several in a row, whether it's travel, whether it's whatever it is, injuries, you have to find ways to win games, and they did. And credit where credit is due. You know, not the prettiest game. You know, some passes that were, wow, you know, bad pass. We've seen that, you know, several times this year. You know, unnecessary icings, things like that. Just, they were off, but they found a way to win. So, like I said, credit where credit's due. We looked at this 5-game segment: Rangers, Nashville tonight, and then the outdoor game, and then Florida prior to the Olympic break. And you know, how many points you gonna get out of it? Well, they weren't happy about the Ranger game. They got the 2 points the other day, so you've gotten 3 out of 4 points so far. Today's game, I'm concerned because I need focus for today's game. A lot of the questions this morning were about the outdoor game.
Yeah, you don't want everybody looking ahead.
You've got to focus on this game. This is 2 points right now against a team that played last night, traveled from Columbus, has not been playing well.
Right.
Worst power play in the NHL. Like, you need 2 points out of this game.
Yes.
Before you go into 2 difficult games against Tampa and Florida.
I mean, going back to Monday, you let a point slip away against a team that was ripe for the picking on Monday night. So, you know, that makes this game perhaps even more important. Well, you know, talking about what they went through the other day, Sean Corrali said this Bruins team just doesn't get caught up thinking about outside issues.
Yeah, like past stretch for us, I think the team, the players, leadership, coaches, everyone's done a really good job of focusing just on the next task at hand. And I think we've gotten some positive reinforcement in focusing on the next task and getting wins. And we know the recipe has been a solid one, so we'll stick to it.
It has to be. You have to focus on just the now. You know, we like the guys this morning, right, skating around, they had white gloves on. That's what the gloves they're going to wear on Sunday. So I know Marco Sturm wasn't a fan of it, but they just don't have a lot of practice time. So like, you cannot overlook today. These 2 points are just as valuable as the 2 points in Tampa. So, you know, and when you look around the league, everybody in the Atlantic, or most of the teams in the Atlantic, are playing here tonight. Teams keep winning. You can't afford to go into a losing streak, especially you've been good on home ice. I'm not saying Philadelphia is supposed to be easy. I'm just saying that they're struggling right now. And you take advantage of teams that are struggling. But you have to be focused in order to do that.
Well, unfortunately, Tuesday night's game came with a bit of a cost. Center Elias Lindholm suffering an upper body injury, left the game, will not play tonight. Marco Sturm said this morning Lindholm considered day-to-day, but was meeting with doctors today, so we don't know the full nature of that injury just yet. This morning, the Bruins brought up Matt Patra from Providence. He'll play his first NHL game of the year here tonight. He's a player Sturm said he trusts based on a solid training camp.
There's a few things. I think, first of all, he's got to be himself. You know, I don't need to see anything special out of him. I want him to go up and down and play really good defensively. He's going to play with a guy like Kuz today. He's been really good. He's going to have his back. But at the end of the day, he's just got to play hockey. And that's going to be the main thing.
Yeah, so reading between the lines, it's like Patra's an offensive player. Mm-hmm. Don't hurt us defensively. Be sound defensively. You know, talking to some of the Bruins people here just a little while ago, you know, his 200-foot game has gotten better down in Providence. It's not easy for him. He's played a lot of games in the NHL, 60 whatever something games in the NHL.
Yeah.
His Fraser Mitten's taking a spot, basically.
Yeah.
So, okay, now you get your opportunity to come back up. What are you going to do with it? And like Marco Sturm just said, I don't need a goal and an assist for me tonight. Just play a good, sound hockey game. And if the points come, they come. He can create offensively. He's got to be aware in certain other areas of his game to make sure that, you know, he's not a liability. And that's, you know, and play with pace. That's always been a little bit of an issue for him, the pace part of it. He's smart. He can make plays offensively, play with pace. So move your feet and make plays and be accountable defensively.
Bruins come into tonight 11-2-2 in their last 15 games. We mentioned off the top they've won 8 in a row here at TD Garden. Jeremy Swayman will get the start in goal tonight for Marco Sturm. As we count you down to puck drop, here's what's on deck. Brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at TimberTech.com. We'll go around the NHL, including a check-in on the streaking Sabres.
Such a fun thing to go to war with these guys, and I think we're doing such a good job to win tight games now.
Bob chats with Bruins head coach Marco Sturm.
We feel really good. They've been just okay, but we have to take advantage of that. And right now, I feel like it always comes back to our game.
And up next, we'll talk about the Philadelphia Flyers here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to tonight's game on the Bruins Radio Network to hear this date in history restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign, donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season and helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
If UConn basketball scores big, you could score bigger at Jordan's. Get any furniture or mattress now, and if the men's and women's team both make the finals, it'll all be free.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
Now into the right corner. Kent Johnson leaves it on the wall. Severson alone in front. They score. They make that east-west pass to the far side to a wide-open Sean Monahan.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins getting ready for their first of 3 meetings in the regular season with the Philadelphia Flyers, who have been mired in a slump lately. Just 2 wins in their last 11 games. They currently sit 8 points behind the Bruins in the wild card standings, though Philly has 2 games in hand. Last night, Flyers starting their road trip with a 5-3 loss in Columbus, despite a hat trick from Travis Konechny. Head coach Rick Tocchet said he liked a lot of what he saw aside from the result.
The guys battled hard. Our D battled hard. TK obviously had a great game. We battled hard. Obviously, the tying or the winning goal is something that leaves a sour taste in your mouth. A couple of mistakes. That's the one. 3 minutes left. If we hang tight there, get it to overtime, at least grab a point. So that's a tough one for us.
Yeah, well, based on some of the highlights I saw, they got bailed out by their goaltender. Leonard played unbelievable.
First game back from an injury, too.
He made some unreal saves backdoor that he had no business making. That game could have been over a little earlier. Columbus has gotten a pretty good boost from Rick Bowness taking over behind the bench, and they played some good hockey here recently. Philly struggled. They've struggled defensively. Even though they got a good goaltending performance the other day, and they got a hat trick from Travis Konechny, who's been hot lately. There's a lot of holes in their game, and that's up to the Bruins to try to exploit.
Yeah, something Rick Tocchet definitely not happy with his team's defense. They've allowed an average of 4.7 goals per game over their last 10.
We've talked from training camp the weak side goals, and lately, since Tampa, we're just giving up too many weak side goals. You cannot let that weak side goal go in. You just got to, obviously there's a couple guys made mistakes on it. Let Vladdy have the strong side shot. He stops that all day long. But, that one's impossible for him to stop. I shouldn't say impossible because he made some great saves.
Exactly. Dan Vladar made at least 2 unbelievable saves. The game winner ended up being that backdoor goal again, where they leave the guy alone at the far post, and I think it was Monahan that scored it last night against this Philadelphia team. So look, from the Bruins' perspective, and they like to concentrate on themselves. They know that there's certain little tweaks they might have to make defensively, against the Philadelphia team, and what they might like to do offensively. But you got a team that played last night, a team that's struggling, a team that you're 8 points up on, even though they have 2 games in hand. You can put them 10 points behind. Even with 2 games in hand, that's going to be a really difficult task to come back on. And you're on home ice. Like,
a lot going your way tonight.
There is, but you still got to do the job on the ice.
Right.
I mean, on paper, there's a lot going your way, but you still got to do the job.
Bruins and Flyers coming up. Here's tonight's Catches Law injury report. Center Elias Lindholm missing tonight's game with an upper body injury. Marco Sturm said this morning Lindholm was meeting with doctors today, but termed him day-to-day. Injury report brought to you by Catches Law, the official law firm of the Boston Bruins. They've won over $3 billion for their clients. When you're injured and can't work, turn to Catches Law. There's no fee unless you win. Go to catcheslaw.com. Schedule your free consultation today. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Nissan trucks and SUVs are built for next-level adventure. Too much gear? Dirt? Rock? Sand? Get in a Nissan truck or SUV and feel unstoppable. Whether you want to take your next level of adventure in the Frontier Dark Armor, the Pathfinder, the Armada, or the Rogue, you'll be ready for what comes your way. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, 2025 Murano, or Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/2/26.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code RADIO250BM and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose.
Minimum odds -500 awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org.
When your heat or hot water goes out, waiting isn't an option. Super Service today is overstocked with water heaters, furnaces, boilers, and heat pumps. Ready for same-day replacement, day or night, and always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com.
Maz here for Window Nation. I know how you think. You'd love new windows, but you don't want to pay a fortune for them. Well, January is a great time of year thanks to Window Nation. Right now, they're more affordable during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale. Plus, you could get them with 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. If you're feeling cold drafts from your windows, are seeing fog or mold around the frame, or paying a lot more for heat than your neighbors are, time for new windows. Don't wait. Put an end to your window problems. Visit windownation.com.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots back out on the practice field as they prepare for Super Bowl 60 versus Seattle. Drake May back on the practice field, but did not throw a football during the media portion of practice today. The Eagles, they've hired Packers QB coach Sean Mannion as their offensive coordinator, and the Celtics take on Sacramento tomorrow night. They'll be without Jaylen Brown. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off your next draft or oil change. And Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan, and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
I love shows about survivalists, eager to test themselves under the most extreme conditions. Of course, when you consider weather events these days, wildfires, hurricanes, torrential rain, and flooding, we're all survivalists. Visit the Resource Center at safetyinsurance.com and be prepared to protect your family, your property, even your business. The forecast calls for safety. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life storms.
Toucher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Flyers coming up from TD Garden. Quick check around the NHL. Kings going to visit Buffalo tonight, where Rasmus Dahlin and the Sabres 19-3-1 in their last 23.
Yeah, I just love doing it with the boys here. It's such a fun thing to go to war with these guys, and I think we're doing such a good job to win tight games now. So we just got to keep going.
Rasmus Dahlin deserves a lot of credit. He's been through a lot. Fiance, is that what it is? And
yeah.
She's stuck in Sweden. He had to take some time off to go. She's got some medical issues and deserves a lot of credit. But that team, the Sabres, all deserve a lot of credit. They finally figured it out. They finally figured it out what it takes to win on a nightly basis. They put it together. They've won 23 games now, and only 3 regulation losses. And they dominated Toronto the other day in Toronto. And that's got Toronto panicking right now. If you listen to all the stuff that's going on in Toronto, it's sell. Most of the people saying right now.
Doesn't take much to get them panicking up in Toronto.
No.
In Montreal, Avalanche are in town. Canadiens president Jeff Gorton yesterday fired goalie coach Eric Raymond.
I think the easiest thing to do is blame the goalies or this, it's not just the goalies, right? Anytime something like this happens, it's on all of us. So we'll all take that. We'll all take the responsibility, and, we'll move forward.
Yeah, so we saw this the other day, around Christmas time for Toronto. They fired Mark Savard, their power play coach. Now Montreal firing their goaltender coach. We'll see if that gives them a little bit of a bump. Taking on an Avalanche team that I heard today that, so they got spanked by Ottawa the other day. Mm-hmm. They spent 3 nights in Toronto. They had a few days off in between the Toronto and Ottawa game.
There's some fun to be had up there.
Yeah. Maybe a rookie party, maybe something going on there.
They deserve it after the season they've had so far. Tampa Bay going to host Winnipeg tonight. Caps are at the Red Wings. Toronto's out west, take on the Kraken tonight, the other Atlantic Division matchups. As we take a quick break, and then Marco Sturm will join Bob Beers next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hi, it's Matthew Slater. Every great project starts with the right partner, and Boston's best contractors know that means Charles D. Sheehy. Dependable, innovative, and committed to quality, CDS keeps every job moving in the right direction with precision and pride. See the difference at cdsi.com.
Hey, New England, want to be at the big game in Santa Clara, California? Feeling the energy, the excitement, the roar of the crowd? Punch 4 Parkinson's is giving one lucky winner and a guest the ultimate football experience. A trip of a lifetime. We're talking round-trip airfare, hotel, and tickets to the biggest game of the year, and make it a memory of a lifetime. Don't miss your chance to score big. Go to punch4parkinsons.org, and every entry helps fight Parkinson's. Bringing hope to thousands. Together we can make a difference. Because every punch counts, go to punch4parkinsons.org today.
Head down to Dick's House of Sport, Prudential Center, Boston, this Saturday from 9 to 4 and Sunday from 10 to 4 and be part of the Nike football event with a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Kendra Middleton and 98.5 The Sports Hub will be there on Saturday from 11 to 1. And come meet former New England cornerback Ty Law on Saturday from 12:15 to 1:15. Wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning 1 hour before the appearance. See store for details. And it's all happening this weekend at Dick's House of Sport, Prudential Center, Boston.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Hey, it's Felger here, and if surgery is recommended for your injured joint, I recommend calling Dr. Franke before going under the knife. Skip the long recovery time and heal your joint at bostonprolotherapy.com.
Big on flavor, big on comfort, and big on value. The 99 Restaurant's $14.99 big deal meals are now available every day, all day. So hurry in today or every day for our juicy chopped sirloin. You gotta love the nines.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Marco Sturm is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety.
Marco, you come off that game against Nashville as you get set for your game here today against Philadelphia. You knew it wasn't going to be perfect, right? Circumstances coming from New York and everything else. But you guys got through it. How do you as a coach kind of manage that when you know it might not be pretty, but you got to get through it?
Yeah. Again, that's why we rely so much on our system and structure, the way and discipline. When I say discipline, with our structure, and I think guys know now and they rely on that because it gives us a really good chance to win hockey games. So again, that was for me the biggest thing, just to make sure we are playing with structure and then go from there. Because you realize too, and a lot of people. The game sometimes gets sloppy, not just from our side of it, but look at the other teams too. I mean, it's so many games to traveling. And that's where I believe in. If you stay organized, you give yourself a really good opportunity to win games. And I think that's something we've been really good at.
Husendinov gets some time. He's playing a more important role, right? Did you envision this even in training camp, that you could see him kind of going up and down your lineup and playing a role here?
Good question. Yes and no. Yes. As soon as I saw him in the summer, not in the summer, training camp, even his exhibition games were not like so great, but I saw something, and he's an exciting player to watch. And for some reason, a lot of people looked at me, okay, what do you actually see? And I don't know, I just had that feeling. And maybe that's why I was keep giving him those opportunities, because I really trust him and I like his style, and I can put it anywhere. He's very, very smart, and he has that jump in speed. So again, the rest he took over. So I feed him, and he took advantage basically. And now look at him, I can put him anywhere. Even thought about, now with Elias out, maybe I can put him back in the middle. Probably not today, but again, but he gives me those reasons to think about him, and that's why I put him last game in OT. I put him out there right away because of all the work he done over the past 3 months or a few months, and it's been great to see.
Not everybody plays power play, but you got him out on OT, plays 5-on-5, he kills penalties for you, but not on either power play unit. Is there just something that's doesn't fit there?
Yeah, sometimes it's about personnel, right? Yep. Sometimes it's, okay, where can he fit on the power play? And right now, I think the other guys were just ahead of him. Not sure yet if I know he's very skilled. he's a natural power play guy. I think he needs to learn more of that and needs more reps. But right now, again, I haven't played everywhere else, so it's kind of hard. And those kids now, I have to control the ice time too a little bit because they go to a lot of up and downs. I want and I need him to be consistent because he plays with a guy like David, and when you play a guy with that kind of style and quality, you better have your A game. So there's more to it than you think.
Matty Patra gets the call up here today. First game for him this season. Looked like second power play unit for him. I know you talked a little bit this morning about him, but just message for him and what your expectations are.
I'm glad he's playing really good as of late in Providence. I know he had a slow start, but he was always a guy I didn't mind. I really trusted him in preseason. I thought he was when he got sent down, I thought he was a better centerman than a winger. So that's why with Elias out, for me it was an easy decision. Him playing well, and also we needed a centerman. And I just want to give him the opportunity, and he just got to be himself though. I told him I don't want to see anything special. I don't, it doesn't have to be a goal, assist, whatever. I want him to play a solid two-way game because he has a guy like Kuz and Mikey that will take care of him. But I want him to be Matty, basically. So it's easier said than done. But he played some games before. It's not like it's the first game either.
Concentrating on tonight, you were asked a lot of questions about the outdoor game. You got the guys wearing the gloves, the white gloves, trying to break them in for Sunday. How do you make sure that the focus is on tonight?
Yeah, I hate to do it on game day. I'm going to be honest. I hate to do talking about it. I hate to do, the equipment, but we just never had really another day to actually try those kind of things. So unfortunately, it had to be today. Had to be on game day, but again, we want to get everything out this morning. So when the guys come back tonight, we want to be ready to go because there are important points for us, and especially at home, we want to leave here with 2 points in a really good game, and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, it should be last question for you. It should be an advantage for you guys, right? They played last night against Columbus. Travel. They're not playing great in terms of wins and losses. You guys are. You're at home. Yeah. Where do you try to break down the Flyers? Where have they been? Because they were hot for a little while, and now they're a little bit cold.
Yeah, you're right. And it seems like every team goes through phases like that, and we just got to make sure we take advantage of those kind of situations. I mentioned it, I think, the Seattle, and then we came home, those Calgary game, and I think Seattle again. So those were the games we catch teams on a back-to-back game. So we just, again, we feel really good. They've been just okay, but we have to take advantage of that. And right now, I feel like it always comes back to our game, right? If we're ready to go, we're a pretty damn good hockey team. And again, we just got to make sure on our side, we're ready to go to have a good start, and don't worry about Philly. We just, we got to find our game.
Appreciate it, Marco. Good luck here tonight. That's head coach Marco Sturm. Bruins Flyers are next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WPCFM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. The media group station.
On Tuesday, the Bruins endured a brutal travel day on the second half of a back-to-back. But 15 seconds into overtime, it was all worth it. Busnadinov jumps on. Hands to Pasternak, high slot. Now to McAvoy, coming to the near circle. Center, score! Pasternak with the game winner! Bruins win it 3-2. 15 seconds into OT. Now Boston plays its final home game before the Olympic break as they welcome in Philadelphia for the first time this year. The Bruins and the Flyers coming up next.
This is Boston Bruins hockey.
Across to Esposito, shot. Yeah, Neely, wow.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. Geeky scores. And there is point number 100 for Pasta and goal number 30 for Morgan Geeky.
Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you by your local New England Honda dealers. Shaw's and Star Market, Safety Insurance, Town Fair Tire, Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train, Ticketmaster, your New England Ford dealers, Blue Sky Restoration Contractors, Service Credit Union, TD Bank, and by Catches Law.
Great glove save by Chambers.
Backhand, it'll save Thomas. Swayman made a great stop of the far post.
And by Dairy Queen, Peerless Boilers, your New England Chevy dealers, Timber Tech Decking and Railing, Charles D. Sheehy, Mass Mutual, Wendy's, Live Nation, the Peterson School, Tito's Handmade Vodka, and by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th point. Backhand score. A penalty shot for Raymond Gort.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron! Bergeron! And the Bruins win the series!
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
First of three meetings between the Bruins and the Philadelphia Flyers, and an important 2 points on the line here for Boston.
Yeah.
How do they make sure they get them?
Don't look past today's game. A lot of the questions this morning were directed at Marco Sturm, at least, and they were talking about the outdoor game on Sunday against Tampa Bay. There's some work to be done here today, and I think it's mental right now more than physical. They got through it the other day against Nashville. Now it's up to them to be mentally strong here today against a Philadelphia team that played last night, lost last night, and has been struggling here recently.
Bruins are 12 games over 500 here on home ice this season and won 8 straight. The keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Face-off is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Here's another key to why nobody does it like Town Fair Tire. Free 30-day test drive. Try your tires for 30 days, and if you're not happy for any reason, you can bring them back free of charge. Go to townfairtire.com to see more key reasons why nobody does it like Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Mass Mutual presents an uncomfortable pregame conversation between goalie UC Saros and center Ryan O'Reilly.
Hey, Juice, what are your financial goals?
No goals.
Like, no goals for retirement?
No goals.
What about a new home?
No goals.
Good talk. See you on the ice.
No goals.
Planning and protection on and off the ice. Go to massmutual.com today.
Electrical contractors, do you travel to job sites every morning wondering when your materials will arrive? Granite City Electric Supply can change that feeling and have your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery guaranteed by 6 a.m. to most job sites throughout New England. Or pick up at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations, providing convenient 24/7 access to materials for pickup on your schedule. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network. Cars for Kids, your trusted charity for car donations, also accepts donations of boats, RVs, motorcycles, and real estate. Call today, 877-CARS4KIDS.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 49 years straight. Visit your New England Ford dealers today for great offers. A proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year total sales.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Flyers getting ready here at TD Garden. Before we drop the puck on this one, let's get tonight's national anthem presented by Mass Mutual. Planning and protection on and off the ice. Here's Todd Angeli.
Say, can you see by the dawn's
Rhode Island, keep it real with the all-new Valley Bet Casino app. Play table games with real dealers for real money, plus all your favorite slots. And get the fun started with a $100 reload bonus. Valley Bet Casino. Download it.
Through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, they proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Todd Angley with the national anthem as we get set for the opening face-off between the Bruins and the Flyers. Let's take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for Philadelphia is Samuel Ersson. On defense, the pairing of Noah Juleson and Nick Seeler. And up front, Nick Delorier, Sean Couturier, and Garnet Hathaway. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman getting the start in goal. Hampus Lindholm, Mason Lohrei, your defenseman. And up front, Mikey Eyssimont, Marat Hustendinov, and making his season debut, Matthew Poitras.
And before we get to puck drop, let's join public address announcer Jake Zimmer as the Bruins send off their Olympians to Italy.
There is no greater honor than representing your country on the world stage. And their selection is a result of countless hours of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. Now, here are the players representing the Bruins in Italy. Representing Sweden, forward Elias Lindholm and defenseman Hampus Lindholm.
Elias Lindholm in street clothes tonight will not play, as will Henry Jokiharju. Both of them have come out of the tunnel in their regular attire. And we get the announcement of Team USA.
And representing the United States of America, defenseman Charlie McAvoy and goalie Jeremy Swayman. From everyone in the Boston Bruins organization and from the city of Boston, we wish you all the best of luck in the Olympic Winter Games Milano Cortina 2026.
A send-off for the Bruins Olympians in their final home game before the Olympic break. 2 more games coming up down in Florida before they will head over to Italy.
The Flyers have, what do you say, 3 representatives, right?
3. Rasmus Ristolainen, defenseman for Finland. Travis Sanheim for Canada on defense. And Dan Vladar will be one of the goaltenders for Team Czechia. All right, ready to get this one underway. First 5 minutes presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Kayla Kitchen of Manchester, New Hampshire. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Kayla wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins go from left to right in the home black sweaters here tonight as the puck gets dumped into Boston territory right off the bat. Eyssimont gets a quick clear. Hustendinov coming up the near right wing side. Able to slip around to the front, steps right in, and Ersson makes a save from in tight right off the bat.
Wow, he walked right around Juleson. Juleson playing that left side, and Hustendinov just barreled his way right past him.
Nick Delorier going to chip it deep into Boston territory. Mikey Eyssimont peels out of the near corner with possession. Sends a headman pass to Matt Poitras, who dumps it in from the red line. Poitras called up today from Providence. His NHL debut for this season after playing 33 games with Boston each of the last 2 years. As the puck comes in near sideboards, McAvoy will send it right back out towards center ice. Ristolainen will dump it right back in. All the way around the near wall. Pasternak backhands it to McAvoy. He's got Aspero between the circles. Pasternak up the right wing now. Carries across the Philadelphia line. Deals it back to McAvoy just inside the blue line. Throws it in front off of Geekie. Pasternak picks it up along that far side. Brings it out toward the blue line and lost it out of the zone against Owen Tippett. Zaka backhands it back in. Zaka between Pasternak and Geekie here
a
tonight.
little bit of a change from what they looked like this morning. It looked like Minton might go in between those 2 guys, but
and Minton had taken the spot of Elias Lindholm in the latter portion of the game on Tuesday after the injury to Lindholm that keeps him out tonight. Minton will chase one into the right wing corner. Jamie Drysdale able to spin it up the wall. In the neutral ice, Dvorak trying to push it forward. Zadorov along the near side of the Bruins zone. Middlestat will pick up a puck coming through center. Over to the left side for Arvidsson. Couldn't get it to the front of the net. Wrapped around near side. Peak pinching down toward the hash marks. Now it's Middlestat and Peak again along the near boards. Send it behind the net. Victor Arvidsson coming toward the near side with the puck on his backhand. Turns out near the blue line. Forehands a pass down toward Middlestat in the corner. Now Minton chopped off his stick, but Arvidsson's there near side. Tried to get it in front. That's blocked by Dvorak. And the Flyers will clear. Peak with a hit on Grebenkin after Grebenkin dumped it in from the red line. Swayman spun it out from behind the net. Kastelik from the near side wall. Pushes it out into neutral ice. Batted back toward his own zone by Sealer here for Philadelphia. Brink couldn't handle a pass over by the Flyers bench, but now chops it forward. Hampus Lindholm plays it right back out the center. And a dump in by Juleson. Hampus to it in the far corner. Takes a hit. Trying to stay with it there against Brink. Corrali comes back behind the net. Gives along for Laura. Brink pushed back behind the net here for Sealer. Lorai on the near side boards help force a turnover. Goes down into the right wing corner. Brings in behind the net. Backhands in front. And Corrali point blank. Stoned by Ersson.
I think Corrali was just as surprised as anybody that puck got all the way to him. It had to go through a couple of bodies, but he was open on the far side.
Janot centering pass, and Corrali in front off a deflection, able to get another one on. Ersson comes diving all the way out toward the far circle to cover that puck.
Yeah, Philadelphia, based on what I've seen here recently, they're going to give up some of those chances. Good pinch by Lorai over on the right wing boards, and then he's going to get behind the net and center this puck. It goes past Janot, but right onto the stick of Corrali, and Ersson gets from right to left and gets over to make this save. That's a big save by Ersson. He makes another one on Corrali at the just prior to the whistle. We had a couple of lineup changes, right? You lose Elias Lindholm. The one constant line-wise that's been together for a while has been Zacha in between Middlestat and Arvidsson. They've gone a little cold here recently, just in terms of not just points, but just kind of the way that they've been playing. It just hasn't been as effective, I think, the last couple of games. So they're going to make a big change there up front without Elias Lindholm. Minton goes in between those two guys. And Zacha will go in between Geekie and Pastrnak.
Puck gets deep.
That fourth line's been a constant as well here recently.
Puck deep in the Bruins zone. Asimont fumbled it along the near wall. Hathaway shoots one wide of the net on the far circle. Couturier. In behind the net it comes. Delorier couldn't get it. Back toward the near point man Sanheim. He'll rim it around to the far side. They work it back to Ristolainen to the far point. His shot gets through to Swayman. Makes the glove save and hangs on. As Peak and Hathaway get into a little joust.
We know Hathaway, right? And Delorier's out there. Couturier played fourth line minutes right here with this line. Delorier doesn't get in the lineup very often. He's one of the tougher guys in the NHL. And, honest guy, hard-working. Tough guy, but he doesn't play a lot. Hathaway's got, a goal and an assist this year?
Yeah.
And Couturier on this line, it's like, do you want to address them? Do you want to challenge them? Delorier and Janot had a long conversation during warm-up. I don't know if they have a previous history with one another or not, but, usually when you see guys talking like that, puck was out of play here. During warm-up, you wonder, two tougher guys, you wonder, if they're trying to
tee one up for maybe a little bit later tonight.
One of them's asking the other one. I don't know, but Delorier wasn't in the lineup yesterday, and now he's in the lineup today. And this team's losing. Yeah, he's going to want to start something.
Delorier doesn't play a whole lot. He's sat out 16 of the last 18 games, including the last 7 in a row.
He's going to want to. My guess is he's going to want to start something.
Sure.
But
shot goes wide of Swayman. Geekie spins it around toward the near side boards.
Hathaway's always up for starting something. You know him from his time here in Boston. But
Geekie springs Aspero down the near side boards. He'll play around behind the Flyer net. Gets to Pastrnak at the far corner. Back deep it comes to Geekie trying to backhand for Zacha. That was blocked. Pasta's got it again along the far hash marks.
Pasternak's numbers against Philadelphia are outstanding.
Yes. Zacha gives to Pastrnak coming down that left wing corner. He'll circle in behind the net. Knocked off his stick in the near corner by Noah Cates, and the Flyers will clear. Pastrnak in 34 career games against Philadelphia, 26 goals, 45 points. And we have a penalty coming here against the Flyers.
No doubt. Trying to get in on the forecheck on Aspro, and it's a no-brainer. It's an easy call.
Rookie Denver Barkey will go for tripping here.
He got his stick in on the feet of Aspro. Aspro was beating him to the puck, and he reached in with the stick and took out Aspro's right leg.
So 15:06 remaining in the first period. Bruins go to the power play. 0 for 4 in the last couple of games. They rank 4th in the league in the man advantage this season. Just under 27%.
Haven't scored in the last couple games, though.
Yeah.
You know, they were hot for a while. In the last couple games, they haven't been able to break through.
Yeah, even with that 0 for 4 in the last 2, they are 50% success rate in the last 7 games. 8 out of 16. Face off to the right of Erson. Off the draw, Pasternak gets it back to McAvoy at the left point. Back to Pasternak now on the hash mark's far side. Steps into the circle, centers for Zacha. Throws one off the outside of the net. And Sanheim looking to clear Will.
Arvidsson takes the place of Elias Lindholm here on this power play.
McAvoy in his own zone will leave it back deep here for Zacha. Pivots in behind the net.
Kind of a double pressure there from the Philadelphia Flyers. One guy, initial pressure, and then the second forward, secondary pressure.
Turnover.
Just kind of screwing the Bruins up, going up the ice there, so the Bruins have to make an adjustment.
Turnover in the neutral zone. Couturier throws one in on Swayman and forces him to hang on to it. So a minute 25 to go to power play in the D zone faceoff.
Yeah, Marco Sturm's going to make a wholesale change.
The second unit comes out. Patra is going to be on that unit.
That wasn't much tolerance right there for that.
No, it was not. Minton, Patra, Middlestat with Lohrei and Hampus Lindholm. Off the face-off. Sealer tried a shot. That was blocked. Lorai's got it and gives it on to Hampus. Bruins moving from left to right. Hampus having trouble maintaining possession. Turns back with it. Now he'll throw it up the left wing side. Middlestat with speed. Gives over to Lohrei. Just inside the Philadelphia line. Runs out of room and right back out of the zone it comes.
What adjustment the Bruins make, you know, the next time they get a power play, just in terms of the breakout, by the way that the Flyers are forechecking.
Minton to Patra. Comes across the line. Near side corner. Minton sends it behind the net. Lohrei down into the far corner, but knocked away from him. And Ristolainen leads the Flyers ahead. Carries into the Boston zone before he runs into Hampus Lindholm, who regains the puck with 38 to go in the power play.
Not much going on at all.
Hampus drops it off for Middlestat coming out of the Boston zone. Onto the left side for Lohrei, carries in. Gives to Pasternak just inside the line. Over to McAvoy, top of the right circle. Into the corner, gets it right back from Minton. McAvoy brings it to the center of the blue line. Minton, top of the right circle, took a shot. Erson got a piece of it. Centered out in front. Lohrei trying to keep it alive against Konechny. And Konechny's going to break free here for Philadelphia. Through the neutral zone across the Boston line for Tippett left circle. And that's broken up by McAvoy. Middlestat headed the other way.
Got numbers.
Final seconds of the power play. Pasternak drops one for McAvoy. Didn't see it coming. And now the Flyers headed the other way with a 2-on-1. Geekie trying to get back. Konechny left circle. Centering pass blocked by Aspro.
Great job by Geekie to get back. Aspro makes a good defensive play, but Geekie got back to make that a 2-on-2.
So the Bruins 0 for 1 on the power play. 12:50 to go here in the first period. We are scoreless. Aspero coming toward the red line. Pushed it toward Geekie. Flyers can't get it cleared. Geekie gathers it in. Gets it over to Pasternak. And a blocked one-timer. Ends up going wide.
I think he healed that.
It'll be brought through neutral ice here by Brink. Dumped in towards Swayman. Sticked away. Peak will come behind the net. To the far side circle, Geekie. Rink wide pass through center here for Corrali. Stops just inside the line. Pass over into the far corner now. Kastelik against a pair of Flyers. Able to swat it in behind the net toward the near corner. Corrali able to keep it loose, but it gets rimmed around the far side, and Zadorov has to chase it back into neutral ice. Quick up pass here along for Corrali. Kastelik will drive it in. Erson stopped behind the net. Pass off the near side boards into neutral ice. Picked up on the fly by Dvorak. Coming down the left wing circle. Centering pass denied by Zadorov, who knocks down Konechny in that far corner.
Blocked the pass and took Konechny down.
Konechny a hat trick last night. All 3 goals in that 5-3 loss for the Flyers in Columbus.
He's been hot here recently. He was on the Four Nations team. Did not make the Canadian Olympic team, though.
He was a game time decision tonight Suffered a foot injury last night. He and Ristolainen were both kind of questionable going through warm-ups today, but both are in the lineup. Laurier kicking at one at the red line. Bruins will regain possession. Laurier back in his own zone. Hampus Lindholm skating it to the red line. Left wing pass finds Patra across the line. Throws it wide of the net. Brought around near side. Played off the wall for Asimon, who's out near the blue line. His shot was blocked off Hathaway into the far corner. Long outlet pass for Hathaway. Knocked away by Hampus Lindholm at center ice. Asimon will carry right back in. Trying to saucer one toward the slot for Husnudinov. He winds up with it in the near corner. Trying to get it to Patra was Asimon, but it's taken away, and Ristolainen's got it far corner for Philadelphia. Sends a high end-over-end floater out through neutral ice. Gloved down by Tippett. But it's Aspero on to McAvoy, and the Bruins start forward. Aspero to Middlestat, and the play's offside at the Philadelphia line. Timeout with 10:32 to play here in the first period. No score, Bruins and Flyers on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealer.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code RADIO250BM and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose.
Minimum odds minus 500 awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org.
Nobody knows New England like McGovern Auto Group. Hi, this is Scott Zolak, and my friends at McGovern Auto Group can get you into a newer pre-owned vehicle that fits your lifestyle and your budget. With over 35 locations, 25 brands, and more than 9,000 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, learn more at McGovernAuto.com.
For the best deal on any name brand tire, get to Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest price and the most free services, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And you know, I mean nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. Boston and Philadelphia scoreless, 10:32 to go here in the first period. Bruins come up empty on an early power play chance. First of the three meetings on the year, these teams saw each other a couple of times during the preseason, but have not since. Bruins will be visiting Philadelphia twice between now and the end of the regular season, February 28th and April the 5th. As the faceoff will come up outside the Flyers blue line here. Boston with a 5-2 shots advantage. We have a delay as they are working on a pane of glass down in the near corner to our right, the Flyers defensive zone.
Yeah, last game here until the end of February.
4 weeks from tonight, we will be back here at TD Garden. The first game coming out of the Olympic break. Not often you go a month between home games, but no, that's there's all sorts of fun in this year's schedule.
Well, it's going to be a sprint once they get back from the Olympics. You just look at the month of March and April for that matter, but a lot of teams are going to catch up, and the ones that have games in hand are going to catch up this week. So the Bruins have 2 days off between now and Sunday's game.
Right.
And then 2 days off before Florida's game. And then there's more games on Thursday, the 5th. But the Bruins are done the 4th. So a lot of teams who are behind the Bruins games played, some of it's going to get caught up this week.
Yeah, that's, for teams that are behind the Bruins in games played, that's most of the teams around them in the standings.
Yeah, most of them, not all of them. But, for the Bruins, the challenge right now for me is not looking ahead, right? yeah, you got the outdoor game, you got family coming down, you got this, and then you got the Olympic break. You've got some focus before that. And I think that's, we asked Marco Sturm about that. That's one of the biggest challenges. I mean, I think most of the players are dialed in, but at the same time, you got to make sure of that. These 2 points mean as much as the outdoor game against Tampa. I mean, I know Tampa's a divisional game, but you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's like, you can't look past this.
Here's Fraser Minton turning with the puck at the right circle. They work it in front. Arvidsson scores! Middlestat finding Arvidsson, and he gets the Bruins the lead.
Yeah, newly formed line, right, with Minton in the middle of Middlestat and Arvidsson. They work the triangle nicely down low. Not a great goal by Ersson. He made a good save earlier in this period, but on Gustafsson, but the Bruins go to work. Minton in the right wing circle, down low for Middlestat, and then Minton's going to kind of clear through towards the net. 2 Flyers go to him. Easy pass to Arvidsson in the right wing circle, and it's a one-timer 5-hole on Ersson.
13th of the season for Arvidsson. Bruins just about midway through this first period grab the lead. As the puck deflects off the glove of Brink, he's able to get a stick on it, keep it just inside the Boston line. Zegras got it down into the left wing corner, but McAvoy is there, volleyed back out towards center. Pasternak along the near side wall against Sanheim. Zaka will play it over to the far side, back into the Bruins zone. Aspero.
Based on what I mean, I don't know what you saw last night, Ryan, but based on what I saw, if Dan Vladar doesn't steal a couple of great saves, that
they get blown out. Here's Zaka stepping in and scores. Zaka coming right down the middle, goes top shelf over Ersson. It's 2-0.
Yeah, nice pass from Geekie through the neutral zone. The Bruins entered the offensive zone without much pressure, and Geekie makes a nice pass into the middle, makes himself available. Aspero clears through. The Flyers are all back. They've got 5 white jerseys back there, but this pass gets by Konechny, who's normally pretty reliable in that area. And Zaka receives the pass. He's right in between the hash marks. Backhand, forehand, and then just flipping this puck up and over top of the glove hand side of Ersson.
42 seconds between goals. Arvidsson and now Zaka, and it's 2-0. Flyers try to answer quickly. Shot from Couturier from the left circle, turned away with a blocker by Swayman. Off the near boards, it'll come back to Sealer at the point with a drive. Swayman trying to find it. Loose puck still in the crease, and he's able to cover it as Couturier had a hack at it, and everyone gathers in right in front of the net.
That's the line, right? There's Couturier, Delorier, and Hathaway. Pretty good chance, though. Zadorov locked up. I think that's with Hathaway in front.
Officials trying to simmer everyone down here. And we'll take
telling Hustadinov you better back away or you're going to pop you. No difference in toughness there.
9:12 remaining here in the first period. We'll step aside. Bruins with a 2-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 49 years straight. Visit your New England Ford dealers today for great offers. A proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year total sales.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has made my life so much easier. So has IA, my independent agent. She's a wizard when it comes to delivering great coverage at a great price. She bundled our home and auto with safety insurance. And with Safety's app that monitors driving habits, we saved even more. AI is great. For insurance, so is real intelligence. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. They'll help you manage life's storms.
Feeding the Puck for Families is proudly presented by the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation. With every assist, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate funds to the Greater Boston Food Bank to end hunger here in our local communities. Up to $50,000. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
9:12 remaining here in the first period. It's a 2-0 Bruins lead thanks to goals by Victor Arvidsson and Pavel Zacha. And just getting back to the point you were making about last night's Flyers game, Bearsy. I mean, we heard Rick Taka talk about in our pregame show about his team's defense and what they've allowed lately. A lot of weak side goals. They've allowed 4.7 goals a game over their last 10 coming in here. And, Vladar's been missing for part of that. Obviously, he's not playing tonight. He's backing up Ersson, but their defense has been awfully porous.
Yeah, team defense, they're struggling right now. And they're slipping in the standings. They've had a couple of good runs this season, but they've hit a dry spell here recently. A lot of it's defending. And their power play.
Yeah, their power play is dead last in the league right now.
It's just, now you got Delorier talking with, who's that, Jeannot over there?
Yep.
Yeah, Delorier, they're down 2-0. They lost last night. He barely plays.
Yeah, he's trying to stir something up here and try and get his guys going.
He was having the conversation with Zadorov there after the last whistle.
Face-off just outside the Flyer line after the Bruins had been whistled offside. Philadelphia gets control. Tippett chased back deep here by Jeannot. Circles back behind the net. Banks it off the near boards out into neutral ice. Corrali got a piece of it, but Tippett skates right onto it. On the near circle, the Bruins zone. Cam York coming down the left wing side, goes in to the end boards and gets driven to the end boards by Kastelik. Peak angles it ahead for Jeannot. Zadorov will push it back to that far side. Jeannot trying to get it into the Flyers zone. Barkey will play it back down the far side and in deep. Swayman gives to Aspero in the far corner. 8:20 to play here in the first period. Bruins by 2. Puck gets directed through neutral ice, but that'll be an icing as Zacha was shy of the red line.
Tough pass to handle there for Zacha. Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Face off to the right of Jeremy Swayman here. Zacha will take it against Christian Dvorak. Have to draw a puck sent across the ice toward the far corner. Geekie steps toward the circle and now gives it to Aspero. Aspero going to carry it ahead toward his own blue line. Try to pass the left side. That was blocked by Dvorak. Flyers come right back into the zone. Down that right wing circle, stepping in front, and the rebound, they score. It was Grebenkin who drove right to the net. And then the rebound goal by Dvorak as the Flyers cut the lead in half.
Yeah, this is unfortunately for Jonathan Aspero, who's been so good. This is just a bad turnover. He tries to make a play through the neutral zone. He's got nobody in front of him as he comes up the ice. He hits his own blue line. He tries to make a pass off the boards, off the left wing, gets picked off. And it's going to be Dvorak that ends up getting the goal on the rebound. Now, was Swayman interfered with? He says he was.
He complained.
Yeah, they might take a look at this.
Because Grebenkin, as he made the initial effort,
then his stick went in between
wedged with Swayman.
The body and blocker. And Sturm's got to figure out whether he wants to challenge this. If he does and they lose, they're going to go shorthanded. But I think they might challenge it.
It looks as though they are.
Boston is challenging the play to determine if there was goaltender interference prior to the goal.
Yeah, after Grebenkin takes the initial shot, his stick goes in between the blocker and body of Swayman and basically pulls him outside, pulls him to his right. And Swayman's concerned with that. He can't locate the rebound. I don't know if they win this or not, though. There's definitely contact there with the stick. So I'm going to go beyond the goalie interference here, Ryan. It's like self-inflicted right there.
Yes.
Aspro's been pretty sure-handed, and he's been a really good player for the Bruins, and he knows it. You could tell his body language after that puck went in on the rebound there. You know, he just shot the puck out of the crease and was dejected, skating away. He's got to shake that off. Bad giveaway, bad turnovers, trying to make the right play, but doesn't, and it gets picked off and it ends up in the back of the net. I don't know if they can overturn this.
Referees Francois Saint Laurent and Francis Charon
I'll go with Jared Bednar's evaluation. We have no idea.
Yeah. Well, here's the announcement.
After Boston challenged, there was goaltender interference in the play.
All right, good.
Well, they'll take it off the board.
I mean, the stick was definitely there, and it altered Swayman's body. So, good challenge, good win. And it really is a roll of the dice, though, with goalie interference. You just don't know. There's no black and white. It's not like offsides.
Well, we've talked about it before.
No.
They meet about this, the GM meetings and things like that, and it's a 50-50, when they take a look at these calls as to whether, they can agree on it or not. Nobody can agree.
Sturm right down to the end of the bench to give Astro a little pat on the shoulder. Look, shake it off, kid.
So
We're
it's
good.
Still a 2-0 Bruins lead, 7:50 to go here in the first period. Middlestat drops in middle for Minton, and a crossing pass for Arvidsson, broken up at the last second there by Ristolainen, deflecting that puck out of play.
That's a big play by Ristolainen. I think Ericsson's out of position. Not out of position. He's expecting shot initially, and Ristolainen just gets a stick on it to prevent that pass from getting over to Arvidsson for the one-timer.
Arvidsson's already got one here in this first period. Face-off will be to Ericsson's right. Minton matching up against Couturier. And Minton's going to get tossed out of the circle.
I've given up trying to figure out if they're goalie interference or not. You watch around the league, you watch highlights around the league. It's like I said, it's not black and white. So it's just people's interpretation of it, and one person's interpretation might be different than another person's.
And as you said, it's a gamble when because not only can you not be sure that the goal's going to get taken away, but you go shorthanded if you're wrong.
But here's the thing, Philly's number 32 in the league on power play. I think that's worth the challenge.
There's Lohrei out near the blue line, forced out of the zone by Delorier. Hampus Lindholm banks it off the far boards back in, but delayed offside.
If you're playing Edmonton, do you challenge that?
Right.
Probably, but not guaranteed.
Yeah, you're not as aggressive with it.
Yeah.
Jamie Drysdale coming toward the red line here for the Flyers. Jumps in. Swayman slowed it up, couldn't stop it. Near corner, Peak trying to push it up the wall. Tippett got it back into the corner, though. On the near circle. Peak will try it again. Goes around the far side. Tippett cut in front of Pasternak.
A little trouble getting out of the zone here with this group.
Here's Peak. Lobbing one into center. Bouncing puck. Ristolainen ridden into the corner by Pasternak. Played up the near side. Barkey had his pass knocked away by Zacha. And Peak gives over to Zadorov. Peak again from his own blue line. Gets to the red. Dumped in, was deflected off of Cates. Otherwise, might have been icing shy of the red line there.
Would have been icing.
Puck will be pushed up the far side here by Cates. Cates comes into the Boston line against Aspro far circle. Got the shot in on Swayman, who made the right pad save.
Yeah, a little too much space there for Cates coming down the right wing side. Ends up getting a pretty good shot away from that right side.
Puck held in by Philadelphia, and along the far side circle, Grabenkin. Pass across, Sealer. Carries down in the left wing corner, got to Dvorak for the left circle shot, and then made that stop out near the center of the blue line. Juleson misfired as he was trying to pass and just slipped away from him, and then sent back in offside, and intentional offside at that. They're going to send the faceoff down into the Philadelphia zone when we come back. 5:43 to play here in the first period. It's the Bruins 2 and the Flyers nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support first responders. This season, our 73 Reasons campaign is giving back over $250,000 to protect those who protect us. Join thousands making a difference today at servicecu.org.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I got to dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're going to know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline Pilot or CRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
The Celtics play on the Sports Hub.
Victor Arvidsson from Casey Middlestad and Fraser Minton at 9:49. Pavel Zacha from Morgan Geekie and Jonathan Aspero at 10:30. Bruins lead 2-0. With all those feeds, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation tonight has already donated another $400 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. We've got 5:43 to go here in the first period, and the Bruins up by 2. Face-off will be inside Philadelphia territory after they were whistled for an intentional offside before the break there. Nearly turned it over and cost a breakaway headed the other direction.
So, I know the Flyers are getting some chances or whatever, but the Bruins have taken their foot off the pedal off the gas there after that second goal, and Philly's had some good chances, including the goal that got called back for goalie interference. Well, we want to see the Bruins kind of clean up their game a little bit here. The last few minutes have been good saves by Swayman and the goalie interference call.
Puck in the near corner of the Flyers zone. Ristolainen pushed up the wall, forced back into the corner. Patra on Ristolainen's back. He takes a tumble behind the net. Husnadinov got it to Patra out in front with the backhands. And Erson able to make that stop.
That was better.
McAvoy over to Aspero, back across Patra, right circle, stepping in. Erson sliding out to make the glove save.
He might have had some room upstairs. Erson, though, pushed off and came out, tried to cut down the angle. That's a good look from Aspero over at the left point. Through the seam to the right wing circle to Patra. Patra had a good chance coming out from behind the net. I don't think he got all of this wrist shot. It looked like it fluttered on him at the last second. He tries to go high, hard to tell, but Erson came way out to hit that glove. Tried to go short side high over the glove.
Patra, 39 AHL games this year, 8 goals and 16 assists. He's got 6 career NHL goals in 66 games.
In fairness, he's more of a playmaker.
Sure.
And he can score, don't get me wrong, but he looks to be more of a playmaker. It looks like he's trying to get his game together on an overall basis. Like the points been there where he wants them, probably not right now in Providence. Expects to put up a point a game down there. But even if he does that, it's more about, okay, what else are you doing?
Here's Zacha over to Geekie, who fires a long one-timer wide on the stick side.
Just because you're a scorer down there doesn't mean you're going to be, it's automatically going to translate up here. He's still going to be known as an offensive player, but what else are you doing?
Right. She said during the pregame show, his spot up here has kind of been usurped by Fraser Minton.
Oh, no question.
Gets a shot here with Elias Lindholm out of the lineup tonight.
Even Sturm said, he likes him better at center than as a wing.
Right. Osnak playing across the ice, but that one's going to sail on him and go out of play.
Like Middlestat, they tried at center at the beginning of the year, and he settled in on the wing.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Zacha go back and forth with face-offs and things like that, even though they're both lefties. But Zaka's the centerman on that line.
And that was something that Marco Sturm said very early in training camp, that he liked Zacha better at center. and has stuck with that. Going to face off here at center ice. Corrali and Zegras. 4:03 to go here in the first. Bruins up by 2. Off the face-off. Kastelik played back toward the Boston zone. Peak will send behind the net. Zadorov up the left side off of Jeannot. Picked off in the neutral zone, and back in they come. Zegras played off the near boards. Swept down deep by Mishkov. Zadorov to the near side for Kastelik, and the Bruins break out. Kastelik will shovel it up the right wing side into the corner. Wilson wrapped around the far side, peeled off the wall by Corrali in the left wing corner. Jeannot fighting off a check, gets it to Kastelik behind the net. A centering pass looking for Corrali was picked off.
Corrali had 2 great chances. Their very first shift. This line's first shift of the game.
Brink gets it deep into Boston territory. Peak will feed Zadorov in the far corner. Outlet pass to Corrali, hands off to Kastelik. Kastelik will chip it down the left wing boards and deep, and turn and go for a change. 3:05 to play here in the period.
Hit by Delorier. Delorier just stood there, stared. he's looking for it, but you're up 2-0. It's just, no disrespect, but he doesn't play a whole lot. He doesn't play enough to kind of.
Don't let him have an impact on the game, right? Minton will send it across ice here for McAvoy.
If he throws a huge hit on somebody, well, that's a different story. But.
Right. McAvoy coming around the far side circle with it, got forced out of his zone. The puck got tangled up in his skates, so now he's just ahead of Hathaway coming back into the Bruins zone. Minton's pass up the near side for Arvidsson, hands to Middlestat. Middlestat coming down the right wing boards. Pushed in behind the net by Sanheim around the far side. Turnover just inside the line, but the Flyers regain. Konechny got it out to center.
Konechny turned it over, but got it back.
Hampus Lindholm, 2:08 to go here in the period. Zaka feeds up the right side for Geekie. Leaves it along the boards for Lohrei. Backhands around behind the net. Flyers will again regain. Comes back to Sanheim near circle. He floats one out toward center ice. Picked off by Pasternak. Drops it across the line for Zaka. Now to Geekie, top of the right circle. And he had Post on that far circle.
He was looking for him. Hit a skate.
Hit a skate. Kicked all the way back to the Bruins zone. Hampus Lindholm outraces Konechny for it. Geekie on the near side wall. Runs into pressure. Turned over. Here's Gurbankin stepping right in. And the save made by Swayman, able to hold the line.
Yeah, also a good job by Lindholm coming back. But I think they're going to give him a penalty. Thought he got back and got a stick on it. He's not going to be happy with this call.
Minute 29 to go here in the first, and Hampus headed to the box.
Yeah, no argument.
27, minor penalty for holding.
So we will get a look at what is statistically the worst power play in the league.
Flyers turn that puck over along the right wing boards, and good hit by Konechny to help force the turnover, and then Lindholm comes back. He's got one hand on his stick as he's reaching around, and I see why it's called.
Flyers have 23 power play goals in 52 games this year. They've also allowed 5 shorties. So, plus 18 on the power play in 52 games. Start out here with Noah Cates getting kicked out of the faceoff circle, so Denver Barkey will get in there against Kastelik. Battle for it as they come toward the near side boards, and it'll come free to Tippett. Moving to the high slot. Tippett shot. Glove saved by Swayman. No rebound.
He can fire it. Tippett got a lot of space there. It's a battle along the wall for the puck. The Flyers end up getting it. Tippett starts out by the blue line. He's going to walk right into the high slot. Right shot coming from the left side. And he's going to try to go high glove here on Swayman, and Swayman stays right with him.
Tippett, former first-round draft pick of the Florida Panthers, playing in his 400th career game tonight.
Did he come over in the Giroux trade?
The Claude Giroux trade, yeah. There's Husnudinov from the near circle. He'll play it down ice. Tippett is sniffing around what would be his 4th straight 20-goal season. He's got 18 so far this year. He's going to carry it out from his own zone. Now Cates to the Boston line. Mishkov on the far side boards. Cates got knocked down by Zadorov. That helped free up the puck. McAvoy will shoot one all the way down. 52 seconds left here in the period. Bruins with a 2-goal lead. Power play will carry over into the second if the Flyers can't score. York drops it back. Ziegler's through neutral ice. They work it into the Boston zone. Brink at the hash mark's far side. Surrounded by Aspero and Minton. Can't get it cleared. Dvorak top of the circle. Centers one through the slot. Tipped up into the air off the high glass back behind the net. Minton and Aspero both there for the Bruins. Puck comes back out to the far side. Nice play by Konechny to keep that alive.
Keep it.
20 seconds to go in the period. Drysdale stepped in, now steps back toward the blue line. Top of the left circle for Brink. Back to Drysdale, center of the blue line. On to Konechny, far side. Back to Drysdale, one-timer. And that one blocked by Jeannot and cleared all the way down by Minton. And that will bring us to the end of the first period. As the siren sounds, Philadelphia will have 31 seconds of power play time carry over into the second period. They had a goal wiped off the board in that first period. The Bruins had two that counted and have a 2-0 lead at the end of 20 minutes here at TD Garden. We'll take a break, back with our first intermission, and look at some of the history between these two franchises when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, the Peterson School is celebrating 80 years of teaching the trades and is enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, it's Jason Todd from Blue Sky Restoration. All hockey season, Blue Sky is restoring historic garden moments on the ice. Tune in to the Bruins Radio Network every home game to hear this date in history, restored by Blue Sky. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. Restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal, and I mean nobody. So if you're looking for Michelin tires at the guaranteed lowest price, get to Town Fair today. Michelin winter tires offer a shorter stopping distance on ice and snow, along with predictable handling in cold, dry, and wet wintry conditions. For the guaranteed lowest price and free services for life on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair tire, and I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K.
Hey, the Peterson School is celebrating 80 years of teaching the trades and is enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
This is Boston's home for sports.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBCFM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. He's the 80 Road Station.
Bruins with a 2-0 lead over the Philadelphia Flyers at the end of one. And for tonight's first intermission, we're going to dip back into the archives and take a trip down memory lane back to the 1970s when the Bruins and Flyers dueling mini dynasties led them on a collision course back in 1974.
If you were in a fight, you weren't in a lone long.
And here's O'Reilly moving in on Schultz. And there they go.
9 for 9 or tooth for tooth. That's what it was like.
I hated coming to the Gardens to play the big bad Bruins. I hated to check the schedule and see, oh, in 2 weeks we're in Boston. I go, oh, it wasn't fun coming to town, but we had great games and continues to be a great rivalry.
Not that hockey was ever a game that sat well with the country club set, but Dave Schultz, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Boston Bruins made a tough game brutal during their dual mini dynasties of the early 1970s.
Well, I mean, Boston was the big bad Bruins. I mean, they had a tough team, had a lot of guys that could go, and we were just, an upstart expansion team, winning our first cup there, and we had to get past Boston.
But it wasn't always that way. Schultz's Flyers joined the NHL in the big expansion of 1967, and like the rest of the new teams, they were doormats for the original six. The Bruins of the late 60s were building a powerhouse with players like Ken Hahn.
We had a lot of veteran leadership on that team, from Teddy Green, Eddie Johnson, Westfall, Busick. It goes on and on, Ron Murphy. And I think that's what helped us develop more so than just this one-for-all kind of attitude we had. And Derek and myself and even Pye, we were young at that point, and we needed some good leadership when we got it.
They got it from a young guy from Parry Sound, Ontario, who changed the way the game was played.
Picked up by Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr steps in over the blue line. He's in the clear. Let in and go. Point sheet. He scores! Bobby Orr has picked up his first NHL goal.
I think Bobby Orr is the greatest player who's ever laced a pair of skates on. And I know the game has changed considerably today, but he revolutionized the game. He controlled all the ice surface. You talk about Wayne Gretzky and Lemieux and these other players are great players, but they control the ice from center ice in. He controlled the whole ice surface. If he can be the leading scorer in the National Hockey League 3 different times, in his career, as a defenseman, it's unheard of, and it'll never be duplicated again.
Joe Watson started his career with Boston as Orr's teammate, and he was one of many Bruins who found their way to Philadelphia in the expansion draft. But what was left in the hub was still good enough to win Stanley Cups in 1970 and 72. Derek Sanderson and company did it with a style that earned the nickname the Big Bad Bruins.
Everybody was in it together. We never let anyone be in any situation. You hit our goaltender, we jumped you. You did anything, we jumped you, we attacked you. We did everything together.
It was a lesson well learned in Philadelphia.
1968, we play St. Louis in the playoffs, and we get beat up pretty bad. And Mr. Snyder made a vow that would never happen to a Flyer team again. He went out and drafted Schultz, and got Selesky, made a trade for DuPont, and Bob Kelly, of course, Machine Gun Kelly. He can throw them.
You had some animals there.
Expansion and the World Hockey Association took their toll on the Bruins, and the team that met the Flyers in the 1974 Stanley Cup Finals was just a shell of the club that had won it all 2 years earlier. But as Schultz remembers, they weren't ready to hand over their top spot in the NHL that easily.
I know that when we came into that series, we hadn't beaten Boston in Boston for a number of years, number of seasons. And we had to win a game in Boston.
Breaks it up. Schultz behind the net. Centers. Flat. Finds the Clark. Shot. Oh! Rebound. Score the game winner. At 12 minutes and 1 second of sudden death overtime, the Flyers have picked up their win in Boston.
That was a big win for them coming into Boston and beating us in Boston. That was a very, very big win. And everybody talks about home ice advantage and whatever, and, just reverse the tables.
Hodge and the Bruins lost 3 straight after winning the opener. They took a brawl-filled Game 5 in Boston and then returned to Philly for Game 6, where ex-Bruin Rick McLeish would score the only goal of the game.
Right, McLeish again with Shepard. Back to DuPont. Goes to the forehand. Flips on the net. Score! And they have hit someone on the way in. But it's 1-0 Philadelphia. 2:40 left in regulation play as it goes to Cashman. Playing on the near side to Hodge with a shot. And a marvelous save by Perron on the long side as Barber plays it up to Chris. And now he's got Clark on a breakaway. Clark going in. He's spun around and Orr will go off with just 2:23 remaining in the game.
The 1-0 game you guys won in Philly. I think Bobby got a penalty in that game. And the end of the
call
game.
by Art Scope.
Art Scope. Your best friend.
There was 2.5 minutes to go in the game when he
got
got
2 minutes for holding on Clarkey on a partial breakaway, whatever he got 2 minutes.
Let's say it's a bad call.
And now Orr is furious at Art Stove, and he was held off by Hodge. Orr shoots it down the ice. Pratt makes the save. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flyers are going to win the Stanley Cup.
I think in a lot of Flyer fans throughout the Delaware Valley and around the world, I will always remember that day. Again, it was a challenge that no one expected us to win, beating the Boston in that series, and we came through. A well-remembered day in the history of sports in Philadelphia.
Some of the long history between the Bruins and Flyers back into the mid-'70s. As these teams get together once again tonight, the Bruins have a 2-0 lead over Philadelphia after one. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Big on flavor, big on comfort, and big on value. The 99 Restaurant's $14.99 big deal meals are now available every day, all day. So hurry in today or every day for our juicy chopped sirloin. You've gotta love the nines.
Every January, we believe. One more drive, one more chance. Because in New England, we know what comebacks feel like. What if we told you there was money out there, your money, waiting to be returned? Forgotten savings accounts, uncashed paychecks, refunds from overpaid bills. The Massachusetts Treasurer's Office has over $3 billion in unclaimed money, and some of it could be yours. This playoff season, take time out and go to findmassmoney.gov and win back what's already yours. Get off the sidelines and into the game. Visit findmassmoney.gov and see if you have unclaimed money waiting for you.
All right, folks, are you looking to do something different for your next event? Maybe your child's birthday party, or even just a fun night out with your friends? Splitsville at Patriot Place is something for everyone. They got 12 luxury lanes of bowling, 4 best-in-class golf simulators, I love those, 3 interactive dart areas, and weekly live entertainment from some of New England's best local bands. Splitsville delivers a one-of-a-kind entertainment experience for all. Host your next event in the shadows of Gillette Stadium. Visit howlsplitsville.com or just call them 508-698-BOWL. Splitsville at Patriot Place, where you can eat, bowl, sing, swing, reign like a champ.
Head down to Dick's House of Sport Prudential Center, Boston, this Saturday from 9 to 4 and Sunday from 10 to 4 and be part of the Nike football event with a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Kendra Middleton and 98.5 The Sports Hub will be there on Saturday from 11 to 1. And come meet former New England cornerback Ty Law on Saturday from 12:15 to 1:15. Wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning 1 hour before the appearance. See store for details. And it's all happening this weekend at Dick's House of Sport Prudential Center, Boston. If UConn basketball scores big, you could score bigger at Jordan's. Get any furniture or mattress now, and if the men's and women's team both make the finals, it'll all be free.
This is Matthew Slater. Charles D. Sheehy isn't just a name, it's a promise. Across New England, CDS delivers the products, partnership, and reliability that keep projects on track and teams working with confidence. When it matters most, trust CDS to keep you moving. Learn more at cdsi.com.
Boston Sports Talk, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, NHL scoreboard right now. Sabres up 2-0 on the Kings. It's Montreal 3, Colorado 1. Lightning, they have a 1-0 lead over the Jets. Nashville 1-0 over the Devils. No score between the Islanders and Rangers. Tie game between Chicago and Pittsburgh. Carolina has a 1-0 lead over the Mammoth. Capitals up 1-0 on the Red Wings, and no score between the Panthers and Blues. Just about to have the puck drop in that one. Later on tonight, Wild, Flames, Sharks, Oilers, Ducks, Canucks, Stars are in Vegas, and the Maple Leafs at Seattle. Don't miss a moment of Bruins hockey at TD Garden. Get notified when last-minute tickets become available and grab your seat to all the action. Sign up for Bruins last-minute ticket alerts to be ready when the opportunities pop up. Opt in now at bostonbruins.com/ticket alerts. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You'll save 15% off your next drive-through oil change. At Valvoline, it's an oil change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Joe Murray. The second period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players, like the iconic Ford Bronco family, with great looks and the 4x4 capability to perform on or off the ice, and the rugged Ford Explorer with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Electrical contractors, your crews have better things to do than sit in their trucks and name cloud formations. Let Granite City Electric Supply get your crews working first thing every morning. Use the GCE Night Train. Overnight delivery to your job site by 6 a.m. Or pick up your materials with 24/7 access at one of 27 GCE Night Train depot locations. Let's face it, knowing your supplies will arrive at 2 p.m. doesn't help you in the morning. Experience the GCE Night Train difference from Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Mass Mutual presents an uncomfortable pregame conversation between goalie UC Saros and center Ryan O'Reilly.
Hey, Juice, what are your financial goals?
No goals.
Like, no goals for retirement?
No goals.
What about a new home?
No goals.
Good talk. See you on the ice.
No goals.
Planning and protection on and off the ice. Go to massmutual.com today.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner of Catches Law Group. New England, we're back. The Patriots are back in the big game, and you can feel it everywhere. The buzz, the hope, the belief. At Catches Law, we know what it means to show up for big moments. For more than 40 years, we've been part of this community, fighting for our neighbors, and proud to be the official law firm of the New England Patriots. Because loyalty, toughness, and showing up when it matters most, that's what great teams are built on. If you've been hurt on the job or dealing with years of wear and tear, you don't have to face it alone. Visit catcheslaw.com today.
Hey, it's Maz. As the weather turns from cold to warm, it's a great time to remind you that Bigelow green tea tastes great hot or cold. So, have it however you like it, but make sure it's always Bigelow, because when it comes to tea, settling is not an option. Bigelow tea, grab a mug and tea proudly.
Champions play here. The Sports Hub.
Here's Zacha stepping in and scores. Zacha coming right down the middle, goes top shelf over Harrison. It's 2-0.
Bruins lead 2-0 over Philadelphia at the end of one, joined by one of the goal scorers, Pavel Zacha. Pav, overall thoughts on how you guys came out in that first period?
Yeah, I think, when we do the right things, we're playing good. There was a couple shifts we couldn't get in O-zone and, did some turnovers in a neutral zone. So that's something that, we can do. But overall, I think, we're ready to play. And then, we slowed down a little bit, but we have to correct that for the second.
Pretty consistently in the lineup, you've been between Middlestad and Arvidsson for much of this season. Any difference playing with Geeks and Pasta tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they're all great players, all the players that I play with. But it just, having two righties there, it's a little bit different. But we played like that last year and the year before a little bit. So it's kind of familiar for me. But, it's something that we have to do to, when Lindy's out of lineup, we kind of switch it up. And I'm happy that Mitzi's line with, they scored a goal too just to get us going. So it was a good start.
Biggest key to putting this one away, up 2-0 here.
Yeah, I just think, the turnover, especially in neutral zone when we try to make the plays today, it's just not there. So playing a little bit more simple and defend great, I think, we know how to win these games, so we just have to do it the right way.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in a second.
Thank you.
Thanks to Pavel Zacha for joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD card holders score special benefits here at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. We head to the second period with the Bruins up 2-0. Victor Arvidsson's 13th from Casey Middlestad and Fraser Minton at 9:49. Pavel Zacha his 15th from Geeky and Jonathan Aspero at 10:30. Flyers had a goal by Christian Dvorak waved off after the Bruins challenged due to goaltender interference.
Now still 31 seconds to kill in that power play here for the Flyers with Hampus Lindholm in the box. So far so good. I just, 5-on-5 in that first period. I thought the Bruins, in was it Zaka that you talked to, right? Yep. He didn't say the exact words, but took their foot off the gas a little bit in that first period after they got the 2-0 lead. Couple turnovers in the neutral zone.
Philadelphia coming forward here to start the period, going left to right. Konechny on the right wing boards, try to get it back to Drysdale. Sidesteps a check, moved it along the near boards for Zegras, down into the corner. Konechny coming out in front, try to backhand short side. Swayman was there.
They gave him the net. They gave him the short side.
Konechny far circle, back to Drysdale, center blue line. Hampus Lindholm coming out, near circle. Zegras, wide angle one-timer. And Swayman's got it as the power play is over.
Yeah, as Hampus Lindholm was coming back into the zone, that's that chance for Zegras there from the right wing side on the one-timer. Swayman's been good. He's needed to be. I mean, he's made some good saves here in this game. He was looking behind him a little bit there. Not sure if that puck was going to slip through. Wide angle shot from Zegras is basically at the bottom of the right wing circle by the time he gets his shot away.
Zegras, former BU Terrier, in his first year with the Flyers, came over in a trade during the offseason from Anaheim as a stuffer, denied by Swayman. Puck will get cleared all the way down here.
It's a little polarizing, right? Zegras is.
Yeah. It's a highlight reel waiting to happen, but
yeah.
There's Tippett coming down the right wing circle, stepping toward the front of the net, hit the outside of the net with a shot. Tippett will play it back deep. Hampus Lindholm got tripped up in behind the net, and then Barkey goes down as well. Barkey comes up.
Also got a high stick, Lindholm did.
And Bruins moving forward here. Barkey looked like he might have got cut on the face as he had his glove up over his mouth as he was headed back to the bench. Puck will come deep here. Pete takes a hit in the near corner to move the puck. Forced back in behind the net, though, and Zadorov try to push it far side. That's cut off by Couturier over there. Hathaway along the end boards. Shoved to the boards by Pete, getting physical around the near side. And Middlestat trying to push up ice. Bruins can't get it moving. Now just tossed out of the zone by Zadorov, and that'll go for an icing.
Yeah, Hathaway pushing and shoving with Pete over there. Laurier comes over, Zadorov over there. You know you're going to get a physical shift from that line.
Sure.
I think from the Bruins standpoint, you know, look, you're happy with the 2-0 lead, but you don't want to sit back on this thing either. Don't give the Flyers any life. I mean, the Flyers are struggling inside their own zone right now in the way that they've played recently. You documented how many goals they've allowed, you know, over the last 10, and it's that's where you have to play against this team. Take some of the onus off your defense, team defense. That should have been a hook. Zadorov even just stopped.
He stopped playing and looking at the referee. Mishkov had gotten the sticking on him. Mishkov along the near boards now for the Flyers. Here's Zegras sending over to the far side. Sealer will play it down into the corner. Carried back along that far side hash marks. Middlestat takes away a crossing pass. Sidesteps a check from Brink coming out of the zone. He's got Minton up the left side. Circle, took a shot, and he scores! And Sam Ersson wants that one back. Minton slips it through the pads. It's 3-0.
He wants 2 of them back. 2 out of the 3 right now. And, you know, first shot on goal for the Bruins this period. It's early, right? It's 2.5 minutes in, but still, just play in their zone. Erson's, you know, you got Vladar's back in the lineup. Vladar played last night, so he's not playing today. Ersson, he made a good save early on Corrali, but he's had a couple goals go in that probably shouldn't have. And Juleson maybe got a stick there on Minton as he takes this shot. It's going to go 5-hole. Just play in their zone and, you know, walk away with 2 points here.
So Fraser Minton with a 2-point night. 14 goals, 14 assists now on the season.
He's as balanced as you get, right?
Yep.
And plus, is it 18 now with that goal?
Yeah, that'll be plus 19 for the season.
He was a +1 in the first. So it just, like, I heard people talking on the radio today, you know, they're talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the sky's falling in Toronto, but everyone's talking about what they should do and what they're, you know, And then they start talking about the rebuild. Should they rebuild and do it kind of like the Bruins did, use their model from last year?
They could probably use a young guy like Fraser Minton.
Well, they were just saying. Oh, by the way, the Bruins have Fraser Minton, and they're going to get the Toronto Maple Leafs first-round pick this year, as long as it's not top 5.
Casey Middlestat will get the lone assist on the goal by Minton here. Here's a takeaway by Corrali. Centering pass gets picked off in the slot and pushed up ice here by Ristolainen. In across the line they come, and a shot by Grabankin. Kick save made by Swayman.
That's another good save by Swayman. Oh,
here's a giveaway right in front. Konechny scores. Konechny right between the circles all by himself. He'll get his 4th goal in 2 nights as the Flyers get on the board.
Sean Corrali really upset with himself. Look, he had Aspro turn the puck over in the first period. Corrali he tries to make a pass up the middle here after a good save by Swayman. He's under some pressure along the boards, and I'm not sure where he's looking here, but he just throws a pizza right up into the middle there for Konechny, and Konechny's right in between the hash marks. Right-hand shot, fires it past the glove hand side of Swayman. He's got the hot hand right now with the hat trick last night, but second really tough turnover by the Bruins. First one they got away with.
Yeah, 21st of the year for Konechny. 7 of those have come in the last 7 games. Patra coming back to steal one from Tippett inside the Bruins zone. Gives to Lohrei. Pass up the left side for Husnadinov. Carries into the Flyers zone. Turns along the half wall. Pushed it back down deep. Through Lohrei. Asamoah along the end boards got tripped up. Drysdale griping at the official.
Might have caught a high stick.
There's Patra just outside the Flyer line, regaining possession. Asamoah pushed it down deep again as Patra drills Drysdale, knocks him hard into the boards, and Drysdale's complaining about that as well. Tippett coming to the Boston zone. He spins down against Lohrei. You can't believe he's about to get called for a trip. Lohrei goes over to talk with the referee. Drysdale's got the other referee tied up at center ice here.
Drysdale's complaining about a couple of things, right? With the other referee, the one that didn't call anything.
Boston number 6, Monterpelli for tripping.
Lohrai's going to go for tripping.
All that comes with 4:10 gone here in the second period.
This isn't a trip. I'm sorry, it's just not a trip. It's just... I'm not sure what Drysdale's complaining about, because Patra hit him pretty clean, but I don't see a trip on Lohrei.
I mean, you can tell from Lohrai's reaction immediately.
Tippett tried to spin away from him. He didn't stick out his leg. He didn't catch him. He didn't catch him with a stick or the leg. It just... I mean, there might have been some contact there, but it's not a trip.
The Bruins shorthanded for the second time tonight. 15:50 to go second period. It's a 3-1 Boston lead. Puck will come behind the Bruins net down to our right. Husnadinov will send it the length of the ice.
No matter what the call is, you're going to kill it here, so...
Drysdale coming out from behind the Philadelphia net. Leaves it to the far circle. Zegras picking up steam through center ice. Here's Brink.
Start to look at a different kind of game.
Konechny sends over to the far side. Drysdale playing catch over there with Dvorak, but it'll be cleared by McAvoy from the far circle.
Hit Husnadinov with that clear, but still got out.
Konechny for Drysdale. Drops it back. Carried through neutral ice by Zegras. Konechny just inside the Boston line. Trying to get it back to Zegras. Hampus Lindholm gets involved there. But the Flyers keep it alive. Far circle. Turnaround shot by Brink. Missed the net.
Yeah, they got a stick on that, though, down low. I think it was McAvoy.
Drysdale walks it along the blue line to the far side circle with Minton in tow. Turns it back. Brink center blue line. Drysdale again, top of the circle. Centering pass. Zegras trying to get it to the net and does with a second effort. But the Bruins get the clear here. Brink will set it up from the red line.
Bruins actually had that snuffed out pretty well, but Zegras stayed right with it.
Zegras' pass picked off at the blue line here by Minton. Sends it softly to the Philadelphia zone. Bruins will change the penalty killers. 37 seconds left on the Lohrei infraction. Pass to the far side. Deep into the corner goes Barkey. Turns it back to the hash marks. Goes it back up top for York. Barkey again. Top of the left circle. Shot. Goes wide on the short side. Ricocheted around near side. Ustinov will carry it out. And now we'll play it ahead to the Philadelphia zone. 12 seconds left on the Flyers power play. Barkey had a pass deflected by Corrali, but now Tippett will carry to the Boston line. Into the right wing corner. Pete turning away from a hit. Zadorov will toss it out of the zone as he takes a hit. But the Bruins get back to full strength. 13:45 to go here in the second with a 2-goal lead. Tippett directs one around behind Swayman. Comes into the trapezoid and steers it on to Aspero. At man for Zacha. Through neutral ice comes Geekie. Coming across toward the near side. Now turns back at center ice inside his own blue line. Gives back there to Aspero. Aspero's pass directed ahead off of Pasternak. Stopped behind the net by Erson. Spun around the far side boards. Taken away by Geekie. Takes a hit along that far side from Couturier. Locked up in the corner. Or that's Hathaway, rather. Now the puck will come free. And will be carried ahead by Delorier. Cross-ice dump in. Couturier beaten to the punch by Aspero. Zacha backhands out into neutral ice. Geekie right side has Pasternak in across the line. Pasta moving high slot. Turns with it on the near side circle. Goes around behind the net. Puck on his backhand. Centering pass. Konechny there to take away. And lobs it back out through center. 12:40 to go here in the second. McAvoy skates in front of Jeremy Swayman. Throws a pass up the middle here. Middlestat taken away at center ice. Konechny throws it back into the Boston zone. Grebenkin along the far boards against Hampus Lindholm. Middlestat in the back of the net. Deals around to the near circle for Minton. Outlet for Hampus Lindholm, and he'll dump it in from the red line. Sealer tried to push it back behind his net. Arvidsson gets in there at the back of the net as he tried to center. Middlestat takes away from Dvorak. Goes to the far circle. Sends it off to Hampus Lindholm. High slot. Backhander forced wide. Arvidsson goes back toward the blue line. Lohrei to Middlestat to Arvidsson for a one-timer. Redirected. Erson got a piece of it with the pad. Lohrei hustling on to keep it in, but can't gain possession. Grebenkin up the left wing side for Philadelphia, and Minton sliding back, forcing him into the corner.
I think Grebenkin lost control of that puck, but he was bothered by Minton coming back on the back check.
Minton will give it to Lohrei, and from the red line, he dumps in. Rattles around that far side. Asimon up against a pair of Flyers in the far corner. Puck behind the net with Sanheim around near side. Zadorov able to get it to Husnudinov. Now Zadorov in the left wing corner. Brings it to the dot. Deals it back to Husnudinov at the blue line. Misfired on the shot attempt.
It's a little out of his range.
He had circled out to the point there as Zadorov was in deep. Asimon at the back of the Flyers net now. Turns back to his forehand. Now trying to go back to the backhand. Puck knocked away, but he chases it into the near corner. Asimon pushes it back around the wall to the far side. Pete coming down below the hash marks to grab it. Gives back. It's Husnudinov out at the point again. Now Pete around to the near side. Zegras couldn't get it through Zadorov. Second effort, though, throws down ice. He had Mishkov sneaking behind everyone.
That would have been an ice, and Swayman came out and played it.
Brink from the near circle. They lose it back out toward the blue line, and Pasternak's got it. He'll push it ahead, but denied entry by Ristolainen. Here's Mishkov back into the Bruins zone, right wing circle. Pulls up at the dot, takes the shot after faking pass, and Swayman stayed with him.
Pasternak liked to have that back. He had a bunch of Bruins making a line change that time. It gave the Flyers a lot of space coming into the zone after the turnover.
Ricocheted out of the far corner of the Bruins zone. Held in at the line by Cates, who's down into the left wing corner. Takes a shoulder from Pete. Barkey bats it back toward the point, and a shot that gets through some traffic in front. Swayman blockers it into the corner.
I got some turnover-itis right now for the Bruins. Offensive zone, blue line, D-zone.
Loose puck came out toward the slot, scramble for it, ends up with Pasternak. He'll bring to the red line, sends it softly into the Philadelphia zone, and goes for a change. York around the near side for Hathaway. Hathaway finds some space through neutral ice. On the right wing side, Couturier drops it back. And the shot knocked down in front of Swayman. Scramble for the rebound. It'll come back to Juleson, center blue line, and his shot flecks off Hathaway on the far side wall.
No stick for Janot.
Corrali Well, backhanded out of the zone. Gets caught up in some snow in front of the Bruins bench. They avoided an icing there. Heavy hit by Kastelic as he knocked down Juleson. Puck back deep into Bruins territory. 9 minutes to play here in the second period. Chanot on the near wall. Gives to McAvoy. Steps out from behind the Bruins net to the far circle. Cross ice pass for Kastelic gets picked off by Ristolainen. Flyers come right back in. Centering pass. McAvoy blocked that in the slot. He'll take the puck and carry it himself up the right wing side this time and chip and go for a change and slams his stick against the boards in frustration.
Tough turnover, right? You're trying to go long up to that far blue line and it's right back at you.
Konechny just inside the Boston line. Centering pass and Lohrei blocks that with his glove. Middlestat able to fight it out of the zone against Sanheim. Now Arvidsson gets it back to Middlestat. Middlestat right wing circle. Tried a shot blocked by Ristolainen. Middlestat has it back. Here's Minton at that far side circle. Turns with it, brings back out to the blue line. Shot gets knocked down in front. Arvidsson in the battle with Sanheim. And the Flyers get the clear.
Sanheim's a lot of arms and legs down there. Able to kick that puck away.
Lohrei at center ice. Will skate it back in across the Philadelphia line. Down the left circle. Goes around behind the net. Pass to Arvidsson far circle. His shot got blocked. Has it right back. Throws another one to the net. Ersson makes that save. And Middlestat shoved away from the rebound by Ristolainen. Flyers will clear, but it will be icing against Philadelphia with 7:39 left in this second period.
You know, period is tied at 1. The turnovers by the Bruins are putting you in, situations you don't need to be in. I mean, one turnover led to a goal, but I'm just, in general, just manage the puck, take care of this puck a little bit. Philly's going to pressure hard if they can, but been some egregious turnovers.
You're at a point in the game where a Philadelphia goal here turns this into a totally different game. Bruins up 3-1. Under 8 minutes to play here in the second. Face-off win in the offensive zone. Peak gives it to Zacco on that far wall. Centering pass for Pasternak. Sanheim forced him into the far circle. Pasta gives it to Peak. Gets wrestled to the boards by Sanheim along the far side. Puck out into neutral ice. Here's Mishkov coming ahead on the right wing side against Aspero. Mishkov with the hash marks. Way down toward the corner. Zacco gets a stick in on it. And it squirts free back out toward the blue line. Pasternak able to get it out of the zone against York. He's got Geekie coming up the left wing side. Geekie over to Zacco, the far circle, knocked away by Zegras. Geekie able to keep that puck alive along that far boards. Zacco gets it back to him. Geekie coming toward the back of the net. Gets shouldered to the boards by Drysdale. There's a broken stick back there, belongs to Drysdale, I believe. Geekie knocks him down. He's on top of the puck. Zegras working over Geekie with cross-check after cross-check to the back. Patra will get it back off the near boards. Hampus Lindholm, center blue line for McAvoy. Back to Hampus, right back to McAvoy. Steps to his right, gives to Patra, coming down the circle, goes in behind the net. There's a glove and a broken stick in his way. Near side boards and Hampus Lindholm. Back to Patra. High slot shot off the blocker of Ersson up over the net. Hampus again from the near circle, gives to Pasternak. Pasta brings back out toward the center of the blue line. Gives to his left to Hampus. Hampus gets around a stickless Brink. Here's Pasternak, left circle, in front! Ersson got across to make the save as McAvoy didn't get quite enough on it.
Great setup. Flyers are dead tired right now. They're going to get 2 guys off the ice. The rest of them have to stay.
Dump in, stop behind the net by Ersson. Into the near corner for Drysdale. Puck up the near side. Barkey couldn't handle the pass. Zadorov sends over to Lohrei. Usnadinov will direct his pass deep. Ersson goes behind the net. Around that far side, took a hop off the boards and away from Lohrei. Zadorov and Lohrei back in their own zone. Tippett able to take away from Lohrei. And a centering pass. Cates had his shot blocked. Loose puck toward the slot. Zadorov able to get his stick to it first. Asimon along the near boards for Husnadinov. That got away from him. And Juleson will throw back into the Boston zone. Flyers get some changes here with 5:15 to go in this second period. Bruins will make some changes as well. Zadorov with a pass up the right side. Gets into the Flyers zone, but controlled by Juleson. around the near side. It'll come out to neutral ice. Hathaway hands to Couturier. In across the line comes Delorier. Throws a shot in on Swayman. Long rebound. Thrown back toward the front of the net. To the far side wall, and they can't get it out. Spun deep by Sealer. Delorier along the near side hash marks. Right back to Couturier behind the net. Turns and fires one right through the blue paint. Delorier off the near boards. Lori blocked his effort. Aspero gets rubbed off it in the near corner. Couturier behind the net, picked off by Lori. He'll backhand it around the wall. Kastelik will play it out of the zone. Sanheim and Hathaway couldn't agree on who was going to get that. Here's Kastelik moving in. Corrali off the crossing pass. It got away from him.
It was there for him.
Corrali able to win it along the near boards and play it back around to that far side.
Don't think he expected that pass.
Rebenkin tosses it out of the Flyers zone. Sidorov will control a bouncing puck back inside Boston territory. Through neutral ice comes Peak. He's got Minton coming in across the line. Left wing circle. Minton centers. And Peak's wide open shot. Well saved with the rebound score. Casey Middlestat puts home the loose change. And it's 4-1 Bruins.
Larson made a great save initially off a nice passing play entering the zone. Gets the left pad down on it, but it's Middlestat who follows it up on the backhand to finish it off. Oh, it's onside. That's a great job by Arvidsson to drag the foot right at the offensive blue line. Minton makes the pass across the Peak. He can't elevate that shot. It's a nice pass saved by Urson, moving right to left. But Middlestat open on the follow-up. Takes it forehand to backhand and lifts it up and over top first.
11th of the season for Casey Middlestat, who already had 2 assists so far tonight. And the Bruins back in front by 3. 3:35 to play here in the second period. Puck directs into the Bruins zone. Hampus Lindholm will go back to retrieve. McAvoy tried to play out of the corner, got cut off. Puck will come deep toward Mishkov, knocked off balance by Hampus Lindholm, and then chops the puck off his stick. Mishkov staying with it in the near corner. Brink around the far side for the left point man, Sealer. Mishkov again in that left corner. Brink going behind the net. Shoveled away from him by McAvoy as they tangle up with 3 minutes to go in the period. Puck kicks free, back towards Sealer. Put it wide of the net. Zegras trying to poke it out in front, but taken away, and it'll be Middlestat to Minton. Coming through neutral ice. Arvidsson across the line. Middlestat. Puck directed up into the air, chased into the far corner. It was touched with a high stick. And that'll bring us to a timeout with 2:39 to go here in the second period. Bruins 4, Flyers 1. Here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
When your heat or hot water goes out, waiting isn't an option. Super Service today is overstocked with water heaters, furnaces, boilers, and heat pumps, ready for same-day replacement, day or night, and always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com.
Hey, it's Felger here, and if surgery is recommended for your injured joint, I recommend calling Dr. Franke before going under the knife. Skip the long recovery time and heal your joint at bostonprolotherapy.com.
Every Thursday night, head to the Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody for a chance to win Bruins tickets, courtesy of Coors Light. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Giveaways may be discontinued at any time.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game like hotel stays, bonus bets, game tickets, and more. Download the app using promo code RADIO250BM and get your first bet matched as a bonus bet up to $250 whether you win or lose.
Minimum odds minus 500 awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Bonus bet amount not returned for winning bets. Void where prohibited. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org.
The game is on the Sports Hub.
And
Bruins this Sunday. Hockey heats up in Florida as the Bruins take on the Tampa Bay Lightning at Raymond James Stadium. 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Tune in on ESPN at 6:30 p.m. for all the hard-hitting outdoor hockey action. And of course, we'll have it for you across the network. Our pregame coverage begins at 6 o'clock this Sunday. Casey Middlestad's goal has the Bruins back in front 4-1 now. Andrew Peak and Fraser Minton getting the assists, so 3-point night each for Middlestad and Minton.
Yeah, newly formed line, right?
First as a Bruin 3-point game for Middlestad, and the second of the month for Fraser Minton.
That one against the Rangers.
Yep. Kind of got overshadowed in that game, unfortunately.
A little bit.
With the four-goal game for Husnudinov, the hat trick for Zacha, and of course 6 assists on that day for David Pastrnak, who's got the puck now and brings it in across the Philadelphia line. Knocked off his stick. Husnudinov bats it toward the far side.
Yeah, you got Husnudinov centering this line right now.
Interesting. Puck goes up and out of play.
Yeah, it is. Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 98.5thesportshub.com Bruins page, brought to you by the Peterson School. The Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
2:26 to go here in the second. 4-1 Bruins. Off the face-off. Puck will be pushed toward the corner. Looking at the Bruins bench, Pavel Zacha is back in the locker room right now. Do not have an update on that as of yet. We'll keep our eye on it. Puck gets spun behind Erskine. Off the near boards and tipped out into neutral ice. Carried ahead by Barkey. Tippett plays across to the far side. Sanheim off the carom. Sends it around behind Swayman. Knocked away from the side of the net by Hampus. And Geekie will push it out of the zone. Bruins, of course, are already without Elias Lindholm tonight after he was injured on Tuesday.
Good run at Geekie.
Barkey dropped it back to Juleson.
Clean hit, but good hit.
Pastrnak played into the corner to Lohrei. Lohrei spins away from a Delorier check. Lindholm, cross ice pass. Pastrnak will gather it in across the line against Hathaway. Corrali comes over to help out. Pastrnak to Corrali coming down into the right wing corner. Able to protect the puck and gets it off the far boards back to Peak for a drive, and they score! Peak with a blast from the right point. Looked like it changed direction. It's going to be Tanner Jeannot who makes it 5-1.
Corrali's got to feel good about this one as well. I mean, he works behind the net to get this puck free and out to the point. And then you got bodies going to the net. Pastrnak getting knocked down. Jeannot's right there. Nice, good, hard, low shot by Jeannot, or excuse me, by Peak. Then Jeannot gets body position and stick position on Hathaway in front of the net and is able to tip this one home.
That'll be the 6th of the season for Jeannot, and Peak with a pair of assists here in this second period. And Bruins have opened it up 5-1 as that puck goes out of play. Was deflected, the linesman says. So faceoff will come inside the Philadelphia zone.
Off the glass, I believe.
We'll take a break. 1:06 to go here in the second. Bruins 5, Flyers 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation this year for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck to help score a goal, a donation of $100 will be made to the Greater Boston Food Bank, up to $50,000 to help end hunger. Learn more at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Shaw's and Star Market, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hey,
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline Pilot or CRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Your hot takes on the Sports Hub.
Fans, gear up with the latest black and gold apparel at the Pro Shop, powered by 47. From hoodies to hats and more, there's something for every Bruins fan. Shop the Hub on Causeway or online at bostonproshop.com. 1:06 remaining in the second period. Bruins with a 5-1 lead here over Philadelphia. Goals here in the second period. Fraser Minton's 14th from Casey Middlestat at 2:27. Travis Konechny unassisted for the Flyers, his 21st of the year at 3:16. Then it was Middlestat from Andrew Peeke and Fraser Minton at 16:12. Middlestat's 11th. And Tanner Jeannot with his 6th, redirecting an Andrew Peeke shot. Sean Corrali also assisting at 18:40. As Zadorov fires a shot, goes up over the net. Here's Konechny off the little rebound all the way to center ice. Gets the breakaway that stopped twice. But Grabenkin gets in there and deposits the rebound, and the Flyers cut it back to 5-2.
A little bit of bad luck here for the Bruins. They win the draw clean in the offensive zone, and Zadorov's going to go down the left side, and he's going to take a shot. It's going to miss the net, but it goes off a stanchion, and it comes way out towards the blue line in the middle of the ice. And it's going to be the breakaway for Konechny. He gets the first shot that stopped, the second shot that's stopped by Swayman. But Rankin gets the third opportunity as he beats everybody up the ice for the second rebound chance. So a little bit of bad luck in the sense that Konechny gets a breakaway, but then you get beat back up the ice by Grabenkin.
So 4th of the season for Nikita Grabenkin, 22-year-old Russian who they got in a trade that sent Scott Laughton up to Toronto at the deadline last year.
Bruins got a first rounder from that too. That's in 2027 though.
Pasternak plays it around behind the net here for Asimov. As a centering pass and a scramble in front as Erson made a save in there
on Patra.
He looks to be shaken up as the Flyers move up the other way. Tippett goes down, coming toward the slot, turns the puck
period's
over.
about to end, so
McAvoy just holding the puck against Ristolainen. That'll bring us to the end of the second period.
He's definitely shaken up.
Sam Erson is very slow in making his way out of the crease and headed back toward the bench. And they just got Dan Vladar back off an injury that had him out a couple of weeks. We'll see if we see Erson when the third period gets underway. The Bruins will carry a 5-2 lead into the third period here on home ice against the Flyers. And we'll be back with our second intermission here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealer.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 49 years straight. Visit your New England Ford dealers today for great offers. A proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year total sales.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins.
When it comes down to finding the lowest price on Michelin winter tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tires' guaranteed lowest price. And when it comes to free services, nobody gives you more free services on your Michelin winter tires than Town Fair Tire. So why look for Michelin winter tires anywhere but Town Fair Tire, where you always get the guaranteed best deals? Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, the Peterson School is celebrating 80 years of teaching the trades and is enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Boston Bruins tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Bruins and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Bruins.
Hey, it's Ryan Rivard, Project Director at Blue Sky Restoration. When the unthinkable happens, fire, flood, storm, or structural damage, it's not just your property that's affected. It's your sense of safety, your memories, your livelihood. At Blue Sky Restoration, we understand that behind every emergency is a person, a family, a team. Real lives disrupted. That's why we do more than just restore buildings. We are committed to restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. So when disaster strikes, don't panic. Visit goblusky.com and our team will be there.
At Service Credit Union, trust isn't just a value, it's their promise. A promise to stand with those who serve our communities every day. I'm Charlie McAvoy, and I'm proud to partner with Service Credit Union to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. With competitive rates, easy online banking, and personal service, Service Credit Union puts people before profits. Service Credit Union. Success built on trust, banking built on service. Become a member today at servicecu.org/73reasons and join thousands making a difference.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound. Shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Gig Wi-Fi for $50 a month with a 3-year price lock. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Cars for Kids, your trusted charity for car donations, also accepts donations of boats, RVs, motorcycles, and real estate. Call today, 877-CARS4KIDS.
Big on flavor, big on comfort, and big on value. The 99 restaurants' $14.99 big deal meals are now available every day, all day. So hurry in today or every day for our juicy chopped sirloin. You gotta love the nines.
Hit 98.5thesportshub.com.
Right back along that far side hash mark. Middlestat takes away a crossing pass. Sidesteps a check from Brink coming out of the zone. He's got Minton up the left side. Circle, took a shot, and he scores!
And Sam Urson wants that one back. Minton slips it through the pads. It's 3-0.
He wants 2 of them back. 2 out of the 3 right now.
Yeah, that made it 3-0 at that point. At the end of 2 now here at TD Garden, it's the Bruins with a 5-2 lead. That's the good news. The bad news, word from the Bruins that Pavel Zacha, upper body injury, will not return. They came into the night without Elias Lindholm, so their top 2 centers now currently both dealing with some measure of injury, and we'll wait and see on what their status might be here going forward. But
yeah, you hope it's just a little precautionary, but we don't know. Just the fact that he won't return it certainly isn't good news for the Bruins. So little extra shifts, in the middle between. We saw Husadinov there in between Pasternak and Geekie at one point. Minton will probably see a little bit more time, although his line's been very effective here today with Arvidsson on one side and Middlestat on the other. Middlestat and Minton both with 3 points here today, a goal and 2 assists. That's been Zacha's been a staple in between those 2 guys, Arvidsson and Middlestat, for a little while here now. So a little bit of a change, a little bit of a wrinkle tonight, and it's worked out for them. But now you've got to double shift some guys here and there and move some people around here in this third period. Good news is you don't play till Sunday, and you can get a little creative with some of your forward lines right now, especially with the 5-2 lead. I certainly hated the first goal that the Flyers got. It was a bad giveaway. Corrali knew it. He tried to make a pass. Might have got his stick bothered just before he made the pass, but I mean, you're giving the hottest guy on the Philadelphia Flyers the puck in the slot by himself, and that was Konechny able to finish that one off. And then Konechny was the benefit of a nice bounce after a shot went wide in the offensive zone for the Bruins. Hits a stanchion, comes way out into the middle of the ice and up, past the blue line, and Konechny's got a breakaway. Got two chances on the breakaway. Got the first shot that was stopped by Swayman, got the second shot that was stopped by Swayman, but it was Grebenka that beat everybody back up the ice, and he gets the third chance, second rebound, third chance on the play, and able to finish it off. And it gives the Flyers a little bit of hope, a little bit of life with that goal with under a minute to go in the second period. Still trailing by 3. Urson's made a couple of good saves. He's also had a couple I think he'd like back.
Yeah, there's
certainly the one by
some
Mitt.
leaky goals tonight.
Yeah, definitely. So up to the Bruins to pressure him and pressure the Flyers here in this third period. Flyers played last night. They're struggling to find wins right now. You got to kick them while they're down, and that means a good third period for Boston.
Well, I mean, you've put up 5 goals through 2 periods, against a team that's struggling defensively.
Yeah, and you should.
Yeah.
Just don't have any self-inflicted errors that come back to hurt you. And when you look around the league, again, Atlantic Division,
not getting a lot of help
all
tonight.
on top. Buffalo on top 3-1. Montreal on top 5-2. Tampa on top 3-1. You got to go down the list before you find Detroit is in a tie game and Florida's trailing by 1. But you got a number of teams that are playing at the 7:00 games here tonight that are right there.
Right. And this is one of the teams in Philadelphia that's chasing you for a wild card spot as well. So make sure you put them down here tonight.
Yeah,
right now
they're chasing the third place team in the Metro.
Sure.
A little bit more than they're trying to, because the Atlantic's put some distance between themselves and the lower teams in the Metro. So it's been a strange one because the Atlantic didn't start great. Now all of a sudden they can't lose.
Yeah, nobody can lose, it feels like.
Well, Toronto can.
Yeah, well, and aren't we all sad
I'm
about
taking
that?
a shot at Toronto.
5-2, Bruins have the lead after 2 here at TD Garden. Time for our music of the game, brought to you by Live Nation. 2 of rock's most recognizable icons, Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, return to the Xfinity Center stage August 27th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Checking the Sports Hub headlines next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The C's are rolling, and the best seats at the Garden are at Ace Ticket. From courtside to balcony, fast, local. The best seats at the lowest prices. Go to aceticket.com now or call 1-800-MY-SEATS.
1-800-MY-SEATS.
If UConn basketball scores big, you could score bigger at Jordan's. Get any furniture or mattress now, and if the men's and women's team both make the finals, it'll all be free.
Cold weather alert. This is Ryan Williams with 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. This week's extreme temperatures and snow can put serious strain on your home. A little preparation can prevent big problems. Make sure your heating system is running properly, check your thermostat batteries, and keep your indoor temperature steady to protect your plumbing. If you've had frozen pipes before, it can happen again. We're here to help during emergencies. Call or book online at call128.com. Stay warm and stay safe.
Hey guys, it's David Andrews. If you're headed to a game this season or just looking for the best Italian food in Boston, then you gotta go see my guy Massimo and Aria Trattoria in the North End, located on Hanover Street. Let Massimo and his team do their thing with family-style feasts, prime meats, local seafood, homemade pasta, the best meatballs in Boston, and extensive wine list. Aria Trattoria has it all. Old-world Italian with modern flair. Valet parking out front with second-floor dining overlooking Hanover Street and the North End. That's Aria Trattoria. Check them out and tell them David sent you.
Drive the next generation of American luxury at McMulkin Cadillac, New Hampshire's largest volume Cadillac dealer. Discover the legendary Cadillac lineup from the comfort of the only New England dealer with a new state-of-the-art showroom. Explore the new 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ with its bold design and 8-passenger seating and a large selection of certified pre-owned Cadillacs. Step into the ultimate Cadillac experience at McMulkin Cadillac. www.mcmulkincadillac.com.
Hey, you'd love new windows, right? But you don't want to pay a fortune for them. Well, during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 Windows free sale, you could also get 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. But you have to hurry. The sale ends soon, so schedule your free estimate now at windownation.com.
Zoe and Beetle, middays on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. Buffalo leads the Kings 3-1. Montreal has a 5-2 lead over Colorado. It's the Lightning 3, Jets 1. Tie game between the Predators and Devils at 1. The Islanders up 2-0 on the Rangers. Penguins all over Chicago 5-1. Mammoth, they have a 3-2 lead over the Hurricanes. Tie game between the Capitals and Red Wings at 1. And the Blues have a 3-2 lead over the Panthers. And after 1 period, Wild up 2-0 on Calgary. Later on tonight, Oilers, Sharks, Ducks at Vancouver. Vegas, they host Dallas. And the Kraken, they will host the Leafs. And Patriots back on the practice field today. Drake May was there but was not seen throwing a football during the media portion of practice. Get ready for the call-up and enjoying the Bruins season ticket waitlist to gain access to season tickets in priority order as they become available, plus score priority access to ticket pre-sales. Be the first to hear about the latest Bruins news and merchandise drops and receive a dedicated account executive to address your needs year-round. Visit bostonbruins.com/waitlist to learn more and secure your spot. I'm Joe Murray. Third period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hockey season is the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Be ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Sports don't get any tougher than hockey, and trucks don't get any tougher than Ford F-Series, F-150, and Super Duty. The trucks that move mountains also move parade floats and snowmobiles. With that versatility, it's no wonder Ford F-Series is the #1 selling pickup for 49 years straight. Visit your New England Ford dealers today for great offers. A proud partner of your Boston Bruins. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year total sales.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
So I'm running late for a hugely important meeting. Of course, traffic is bad. And then I got rear-ended. The timing was inconvenient. But I have to say, safety insurance made the claims process unbelievably convenient. I simply uploaded pics of my car. The claims adjuster sent me back an estimate. I even got the money to cover the repair digitally. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms conveniently.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Is it your dream to run the Boston Marathon, but you haven't had the chance? Planet Fitness wants to help. Planet Fitness is proud to support the marathon. We're giving away a coveted Boston Marathon race bib to a deserving individual. We're selecting one lucky race bib winner and providing a free Planet Fitness membership to help them train for the big day. To enter, visit 985thesportshub.com/contests and tell us the story of why you run.
TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Card eligibility restrictions and terms apply. Learn more at td.com/TD Garden Perks. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Bruins and the Boston Celtics.
Hutcher and Hardy, mornings on the Sports Hub.
It's time for This Date in Bruins History, being restored by Blue Sky Restoration Contractors.
They're going to have a do-over. Haven't seen this before. Sagan right down the middle to the net. Backhand score! One way or the other. This time Sagan went to his backhand to beat Hedberg. And the Bruins can win the game here where they save from Tuukka Rask. They'll have to stop Marek Zhidlitsky. The right-handed shooting defenseman picks it up at center. Breaks into the left wing circle to the net shot. Save Rask! The Bruins win it! And they're 5-0-1.
A quirky This Date in Bruins history takes us back to 2013, a 2-1 shootout win for the Bruins over New Jersey. Tyler Seguin had to retake his shootout shot after a fan threw, I believe it was a sausage, onto the ice during his initial shootout attempt. Bruins eventually won that shootout in the 6th round. This Date in Bruins history being restored by Blue Sky Restoration. Remember, if you have a property disaster, visit gobluesky.com. That's goblusky.com. Blue Sky Restoration, restoring your property and your life for a brighter tomorrow. Bruins have a 5-2 lead over the Flyers as we head to the 3rd period.
Sound system just died here. I hope that's not an omen of things to come.
Well, the organ still works.
Go back to the organ.
Yeah.
Honey Poster can play the organ. We're going to
go old school for the 3rd period. I wouldn't mind. So the Bruins 5-2 leaders. 3-point night so far. Goal and 2 assists each for Casey Middlestat and Fraser Minton. A couple of assists for Andrew Peat. Those are the 3 guys with multiple points in this one. All 3 of them are +3s tonight, as is Victor Arvidsson. Again, Pavel Zacha will not return. Suffered an injury in that 2nd period. And we get a goaltender change here for Philadelphia. Dan Vladar, the former Bruin, going to come on in relief. Erson looked to have injured himself at the tail end of that 2nd period, was very slow in getting off the ice. So Vladar, who's played last night in the loss to Columbus.
And just coming off an injury of his own.
Right. That was his first game back after missing a couple of weeks. Arvidsson plays along the right circle to Minton and down into the corner. Bruins attacking in the end to our right here in the 3rd period. Kicking at it along the near side wall is Middlestat, pressed up against the boards. Minton is there as well. Still trying to work it free, and now it does come loose. Delorier will backhand around behind the net. Hathaway racing over to the far side. Hampus Lindholm trying to hold him in the zone. Instead, it'll be Couturier at the red line. Played across ice now by Konechny. He's got Sanheim with space coming in left circle. Shot, save made by Swayman. He's got it cradled up against his body.
Yeah, and you get sucked way over that time. Everybody over on one half of the ice, and it gives Sanheim all the space over on the left wing side that time. They filter that puck over to him. Morai was all the way over, but then Lindholm went for a change. McAvoy hops out, but nobody over on the right side.
Face off in the near circle to the right of Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman's had to make some good saves tonight.
Pastrnak dumps one in just wide of Vladar. Ristolainen got it to the blue line, but not out. Top of the far circle. Geekie trying to feed for Husnudinov. That's taken away, and Konechny moves up the right side here for Philadelphia. Stops along the wall far boards. Trying to center. Picked off by Geekie. Husnudinov will carry it to the red line, out of the blue. Drops it for Pastrnak, right wing side. All the way across, looking for Geekie. Picked off at the top of the far circle by Konechny. In the neutral ice, Konechny will send one in wide of Swayman. To the end boards for Peak. Now to Zadorov going into the far corner. Moves it up for Corrali. Geekie will tap it forward to the red line. The Flyers regain there. And right back in they come. Pass across ice for Sealer, stepping into the left circle. His shot is gobbled up by Swayman. No rebound.
A little more of a routine save that time. Sealer got this pass on the left side, but Not a great angle. And Swayman gets a good look at it. I just look at this period saying, like, just don't have the self-inflicted issues. Don't make hope plays and turn pucks over. Make the high percentage plays and finish this thing off the right way.
Kastelik pulled the face-off back along the near side boards. Tippett, though, comes out of the corner. Wide-angle shot off of Swayman. Kastelik will push the rebound off the far wall and out to neutral ice. Back in across the Boston line it comes, but Zadorov over to Peak, up through center, and Kastelik redirects that one deep. Juleson goes into the far corner, takes a shove from Jeannot. Jeannot gets body position against Barkey, but got through Corrali, and it'll be sent out of the zone here by Cates. Comes down towards Swayman, has to steer it away from the rushing Tippett. Jeannot back into neutral ice. Zegras deflected his pass. Barkey near boards, lost it to Lohrei. Now it's York back inside the Flyer zone. Barkey again from the red line, and this time we'll send it around Swayman. Hampus Lindholm reversed it to the near side for Lohrei. Pass coming out of the zone for Patra, turned over. Mishkov back down the left wing circle. Hits the outside of the net from a wide angle.
That pass was there for Patra. He's got to handle that. It was on his backhand.
Pasternak stepped into Mishkov and knocked him down. Here's a drive from the point by York that goes wide. On the far wall, Patra gets it to Lohrei in the middle of the Bruins zone. Starts it out. Deflected pass off of Brink. Comes behind Vladar. Sent it into the far corner. Taken away there, and the centering pass is broken up. Couturier coming back through center ice. Will bear down on McAvoy along the end boards. McAvoy got it to Aspero. Far side Arvidsson. Freed up for Patra, and he'll chip it down the left wing side and deep. He heads off as part of a change. As we approach 4 minutes gone here in this third period. Couturier at center ice. Send it into the Bruins zone. Aspero bracing against Delorier. Puck behind the net. Minton to the right side for Arvidsson. Arvidsson will carry into the Philadelphia zone. Tried to hand off for Middlestat. That was broken up. Minton very nearly took one away in between the circles. Peak denies Sanheim an entry. Ristolainen cross ice. Konechny will toss it back in. Peak to Zadorov in the far corner. Under pressure from Konechny. Peak brings it away from the side of the Bruins net. Zadorov far circle to Minton in the middle. Minton trouble finding the handle on that one, but now it'll be Arvidsson to play it in, and the Bruins go for a change. 15:20 to go here in regulation. Bruins leading 5-2. Down the near wall. Sealer just able to hold the line here for the Flyers. Down deep, Konechny's pass deflected out toward the front. Zadorov brings it back in behind the Bruins net and lifts one out to center ice. Pasternak trying to corral a bouncing puck. Instead, it'll be the Flyers with Konechny coming up the left wing side this time. Just inside the Boston zone. Turnover, Lohrei. Pasternak coming toward the red line. Pass ahead for Geekie. He'll rip it deep. Vladar stays put. Around the near side. Pasternak able to knock it loose. Husnadin out of the wrestling match along the near side with York. Barkey backhands out into the neutral zone. Lifted right back in by Hampus Lindholm.
Liking the pace of this right now. Play 5-on-5. Make smart plays. You don't have anything. It gets out of the zone.
Tippett trying to find a lane against Hampus Lindholm. Sanheim has his pocket picked by Kastelik. Kastelik coming up the right side. Puck goes down toward the corner. He takes a hit from Tippett. Stays right with it. Kastelik backhands to Corrali. Back behind the net to Jeannot. Jeannot angles it off the near boards back to the right point for Peak, and his shot hit a leg and went up over the glass out of play.
I mean, that's good work by Kastelik, right? You make the good defensive play, you get moving up the ice, you hold on to it, you're waiting for help, waiting for everybody to get into the zone. You take the hit, protect the puck, work it back down low, then they rotate it low to high, try to get that shot through from Peak. Work once in the second period on the Peak shot. This time it gets blocked away a bit. Just smart plays, right? Just, it doesn't sound like a lot and it doesn't show up anywhere, but protect the puck, take the hit, make the right play.
Face off in the offensive zone. Poitras gets tossed out of the circle. Asamont will get in there. Pasternak is out there with the two of them right now. Off this face-off, Pete stepping in right circle. Centering pass off Asamont. Kick to the net. Vladar is down trying to get back up as Zadorov tried to get it in front. Asamont.
Blocked by Brink.
Turnaround shot along the far side. Here's Peak stepping into a shot, and that got blocked off of Mishkov near circle. Ricochets across ice. Zadorov at the far point to keep in. Pasternak coming out toward the blue line. Gives to Zadorov. Zadorov pass across for Pete. Pass kicked onto the stick of Pasternak. Turns, fires. That one blocked in front off of Sealer, that was, and goes up out of play in the far corner. We'll step aside with 13:30 to play here in the third period. Bruins 5 and the Flyers 2 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub. Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, it's Felger here, and if surgery is recommended for your injured joint, I recommend calling Dr. Franke before going under the knife. Skip the long recovery time and heal your joint at BostonProlotherapy.com.
When your heat or hot water goes out, waiting isn't an option. Super Service today is overstocked with water heaters, furnaces, boilers, and heat pumps. Ready for same-day replacement, day or night, and always done right. Visit superservicetoday.com.
Every Thursday night, head to the Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody for a chance to win Bruins tickets, courtesy of Coors Light. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Giveaways may be discontinued at any time.
Head down to Dick's House of Sport, Prudential Center, Boston, this Saturday from 9 to 4 and Sunday from 10 to 4 and be part of the Nike football event with a live DJ, fun photo ops, and more. Kendra Middleton and 98.5 The Sports Hub will be there on Saturday from 11 to 1. And come meet former New England cornerback Ty Law on Saturday from 12:15 to 1:15. Wristbands will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis beginning 1 hour before the appearance. See store for details. And it's all happening this weekend at Dick's House of Sport, Prudential Center, Boston.
Felger and Maz, afternoons on the Sports Hub.
13:30 remaining here in the third period. Bruins with a 5-2 lead. Bruins will be headed south tomorrow, down to Tampa, getting ready for Sunday's outdoor game, the Stadium Series game against the Lightning. Ice conditions should be pretty good on Sunday night.
Yeah.
46 degrees at game time with a 38-degree wind chill is what's expected.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too concerned about it. They've got this thing down to a science. And the fact that they're keeping that tent on until just before game time, just before warm-up, I should say. But the one place that they really had a lot of problems, and it's really evolved for them. They've done such a good job. Tahoe ended up being a problem. That was the sunshine, right? That was the sunlight. And that was more the other game there. It was Colorado playing Vegas.
Yeah.
So that game became an issue.
Flyers going to carry ahead here. Hathaway into the Boston zone. Cuts toward the corner. Now throws one toward the side of the net. Swayman up against that far post. Under 13 minutes to go here in the third. Bruins leading 5-2. Around the far side, they work at the Sanheim center of the blue line. Shot. Swayman's got it in front with Couturier falling right in his lap, basically. And now Hathaway and Kastelik get into it after the whistle.
Hathaway just gave a little subtle whack there. It wasn't too bad, but Kastelik comes in there quickly. And that's what this line's going to do. And I tell you, for Couturier, their captain, that's center of the fourth line.
He's struggled this year offensively. He's 5 goals on the year. Doesn't have a goal in the last 25 games. This is a guy who's multiple 30-goal seasons. As we're going to see some penalties handed out here.
Matching penalties. He's been a good player for a while.
Boston 47, 2 minutes each for
some good some miles on him. Some battled some injuries.
His 14th season, over 925 games now for him.
He was a healthy scratch under John Tortorella.
Yeah.
A couple times.
So they hand out the matching minors here with 12:43 to go, and it'll be 4-on-4 for the next couple of minutes. Usnadinov and Pasternak up front with McAvoy and Aspero, the deep pairing here for Marco Sturm. Face off near circle to our left. Aspero helps it back behind the net to McAvoy. McAvoy is standing back there. Dvorak chases him toward the near circle. Pasternak out in the neutral ice. He'll bring it across the red line, now in across the blue far side. Gets it loose to Aspero, steps into a one-timer that goes up and over the net. Aspero chased it near side wall, sends it back around far side, but Ristolainen will get there first. Long pass up the right side, Konechny with space, takes the shot from the far circle, steered away by Swayman. McAvoy heads right back through center ice with it. Trying to float it toward that left side for Pasternak. It was knocked down. Konechny laid back in a neutral zone. McAvoy able to hold the line against Ristolainen. Now Cates will bring in across the line, and his shot blocked by Lohrei up over the glass and out of play.
Yeah, just keep everything in front of you right now, right? You know, Konechny with some space coming down the right side. It is 4-on-4, I get that, but just keep everything in front of you. Nothing behind you, no odd man rushes. Make smart decisions with the puck.
Face off here to the left of Jeremy Swayman.
Bruins will get a chance to skate on Saturday at Raymond James.
Yeah, inside the tent, the air-conditioned tent where they have built the arena, which, as you said, will stay on until shortly before the game on Sunday. Cam York starting the Flyers forward. Minute to go on the 4-on-4.
I think the rain is what really...
There's Minton coming in the left wing circle, trying to get it in front to Arvidsson, knocked away. As Arvidsson and York collided. Tippett back into the Bruins zone. And stick handle away from Lohrei. There's puck behind the net, and Minton is there.
I think the one fear would be the rain. You know,
which is always a fear in Florida.
Yes, right. And there's no forecast for it right now.
Yeah, no, Sunday is supposed to be clear. It's Peak. Comes out toward the red line and pivots back away from Zegras. 15 seconds before each team gets their man back. Under 11 minutes to go here in regulation. Still 5-2 Bruins. Peak will carry into the Flyer zone. On the near side board, centering pass, kick back to Zadorov instead. Now Geeky high slot. Over to Middlestat left wing circle. Zadorov top of the far circle. Is thinking about a shot. Turns away from Zegras. Brings it back toward the wall and gives to Middlestat. Teams are back to full strength. Middlestat rink wide pass to Zadorov. Centering pass for Pasta was coming on. Had to kick it onto his stick. Backhands one toward the slot. Loose it goes to the far circle. Geeky at the dot. His centering pass directed into the corner.
Going to the net.
Middlestat centered. Pasta right in front. Vladar made a save. Ristolainen in the far corner will clear it. Out to center ice. Peak settles it with a body and then passes, and it winds up offside at the Flyer line.
Good chance for Pasternak. They finally got it to him right from that left wing side. Middlestat gets it to him, and Pasternak tried to slide it 5-hole. Hathaway was trying to get over there. Wide open in front, point blank.
Pasta does not have a point among the 5 goals tonight. Riding an 8-game point streak with 14 points in the last 8 coming into this one. As Patra matches up with Couturier on the face-off. Flyers able to push forward here. Couturier dumping into the right wing corner. Brink fake leg. He was going to one-time that off the Karam.
It's a little different role for Couturier.
Aspero to the far side. Thrown toward the front of the net here, and it'll be covered up by Swayman. We'll take a break. 9:54 to play here in the third period. It's the Bruins 5 and the Flyers 2 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Hey, it's Charlie McAvoy. I love working with Service Credit Union because I believe in their mission to support the health, safety, and financial well-being of first responders. They put people before profits, and this season, Service Credit Union is giving back in a big way through our 73 Reasons campaign, donating $200 for every block shot and $1,000 for every shutout, up to $250,000. Service Credit Union, success built on trust, banking built on service. Join the team and learn more at servicecu.org.
Michelin Winter Tires offer confidence in all types of winter conditions, and Town Fair Tire offers every long-lasting, fuel-efficient Michelin tire at the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you the most free services for life with your purchase of Michelin Winter Tires that keep you going for years to come. For the guaranteed best deal on Michelin tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
The Pats play on the Sports Hub.
Pavelzaka's first period goal. Tonight's electric play delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins with a 5-2 lead. 9:54 left here in the third period. Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. Minton against Zegras on the draw. And puck comes toward McAvoy. He'll steer it for Arvidsson. Carried out through neutral ice, cutting toward the left side. Can't get it through Juleson. Tossed back through center. McAvoy settles it near the Boston line. Dump in from the red. Woodar out behind the net to stop it. Juleson will take it from there. Off the far boards and back out to the red line. Aspero dumps right back in. Sealer. Pass around Minton to Brink near side circle. Brink will carry it into the neutral ice. Gets it into the Boston zone. The Flyers changing behind the play here. McAvoy in front of the net. Ran into trouble against Grabenkin and got upended. Flyers trying to keep in. Brink give it away along the near boards. Corrali, and out comes Middlestat. He'll just send it down into the Philadelphia zone. Corrali will put the pressure on Ristolainen near corner. Sanheim turns up ice.
McAvoy a little frustrated going to the bench that time.
Sanheim plays deep. Zadorov back around the near side. Jeannot. Back deeper it comes again to Peak. Just throws it out to center. Glove down by Sanheim. He'll send it right back in. Dvorak was in offside, so they had to tag up. Zadorov to Peak and around the near boards to center ice for Jeannot. Sends Kastelik on into the Philadelphia zone. Going deep in behind the net against Drysdale. Drysdale's pass got through Cates along that far side wall. At center ice, it's Corrali backhanding toward the right corner. And Jeannot into the corner against York. Now Tippett comes in to scoop up the puck. He'll send up the far side to Barkey. And as he tried to send it into the Bruins zone, it goes up out of play.
Yeah, it's hockey season's the perfect time to get a high-efficiency Peerless boiler. Get ready and start saving now. Find the Peerless boiler that's right for your home or business and a list of local installers at peerlessboilers.com. Remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
8:08 remaining here in the third period. Flyers with a 7-2 shots on goal advantage in the period, but not too much in the way of grade A opportunities against Jeremy Swayman.
Sanheim had one, Konechny had one, but they were kind of one and dones.
Tippett from the red line sends into the Bruins zone. Glove down by Lohrei. Pass along for Husnudinov. Gives it back to Lohrei. He's going to carry it toward the red. And sends it in. Tucked it in behind the Flyer net. Ristolainen to Barkey. His pass into center ice is picked off by Lohrei. Trying to get it back in, and it deflects up and over the glass out of play.
You know, I guess you look at certain games, you're like, maybe a scheduled loss. Right? I give the Bruins a lot of credit the other day against Nashville. Nashville hadn't played since Saturday. They were sitting here waiting for the Bruins. The Bruins had all their issues travel-wise. It wasn't the prettiest of games, but got the job done. You know, Philly not playing well. Played last night in Columbus. Lose that game. Boston sitting here waiting for them. You know, the schedule helps you sometimes and it hurts you sometimes. Today, it's certainly on the Bruins side of things, and some of that's the way Philadelphia is playing, and some of it's because, you know, the difficulty of the schedule, having played last night and travel.
Well, we've talked about the Flyers a few times this year, you know, looking around the NHL about how, you know, they've been kind of ahead of schedule, perhaps.
I had some, you know, they were playing well at one point there. Somebody asked me, like, you think that they can keep it up, you know? Dan Vladar's been a nice story for them in net. You know, wanted a chance to be a #1 guy. He wasn't going to get that in Calgary, obviously. He's run with it here, but you know, I think the consensus was that Philadelphia probably wouldn't be able to keep it up over the entire season.
Again, they come into tonight 2-7-2 over their last 11 games as things have kind of come apart for them defensively.
But, well, that's been their biggest issue, right? That and the power play has been the biggest issue.
Yes, Vladar, he missed some time with the injury recently, but this is his 30th appearance of the year, 16-8-4 with a 2.52 goals against and a 9.04 save percentage. Has clearly been the better of their goaltenders.
That gives them a chance to win.
Yep.
Most nights.
Yeah, Erson's numbers are, you know, the 3.39 goals against coming into this game. So the Flyers get into the Bruin zone here. Mishkov will send it around behind the net. Got through Zegras. Pasternak going to the far side, trying to poke it out of the zone. Drysdale will send it right back around behind. 6:40 to play here in the third period. Off the back of the net, Mishkov able to pull it toward the near corner. Backhand pass for Zegras. Couldn't get that to the net. Puck cleared out. Brink couldn't direct it around McAvoy. He's got Husnadinov moving up the right side. Stops along the half wall. Sends to Pasternak. Tried a one-timer.
Yeah, I didn't get all of it.
Yeah. Bedard to paddle it away, but not as much steam on it as a normal Pasta one-timer. Verbenken back into the Boston zone. Minton lost his stick. Trying to get it back as it kicks out into the neutral zone. Sealer, center of the blue line. His shot fires wide. Dvorak poked it back in front. Verbenken on the doorstep. Near circle, Sealer. Pasternak comes over and denies his effort. Minton will carry forward here along with Middlestat from the right circle. Minton wheels to Arvidsson coming on late, and then Middlestat on the rebound. Caught the post.
Outside of the post, yep.
Juleson shoots it out into center ice. Lohrei keeps it close. Middlestat brings it back in. Tried to feed Lohrei on the left circle with the saucer pass. Instead, it'll spin around the near wall and connecting. 5:23 left here in regulation. Sanheim. Far circle. Cates to the back of the Bruins net. Sanheim coming around the near side with it. They'll tuck it back in behind the net. Lohrei gets a stick in there first. Cates keeps alive. Looking for Sanheim coming down the doorstep, but Arvidsson there to deny. Bruins will clear it. And Cates will skate back onto it with 5 minutes to play. Cates through the neutral zone, able to find a lane. Got it right in front and tip it, denied by Swayman. Patra pulls it away from Barkey. Pasternak will lob it across ice. Asimont trying to glove it down. Barkey takes away, but then gives it away to Patra. Patra stepping down the right wing corner against Drysdale. Zadorov comes and gets involved. He turns off the near side boards, but lost it back out of the zone, and Pasternak coming back toward his own blue line. McAvoy rips it deep. Got through Vladar off the carom behind the net. Patra pushed it toward that far side. Couturier will send it up the far wing. Delorier couldn't get at it. Toss back in on Vladar. He'll hand it off. 4 minutes to go. Flyers are going to whistled offside here coming into the Boston zone. We'll take a timeout. 3:59 to play, third period. Bruins 5, Flyers 2 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, Passport, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, this is Andrew Peak. I'm excited to be teaming up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season and helps score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors Initiative will donate $100 to help end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive locally. Every time we feed the puck for a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will make a donation of $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about feeding the puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's signature stand, you can dip to your heart's content. Now let's wrap this up because I gotta dip. I want to try these new tenders. For tendies you're gonna know by name, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
The Bruins play on the Sports Hub.
3:59 to go here in the third. Bruins with a 5-2 lead on Philadelphia, trying to win the first game of this 3-game season series. Only one that will take place here at TD Garden this season. The face-off coming up just outside of Boston's blue line here. A fairly uneventful first 16 minutes of this third period, and that's just fine for Boston. With a 3-goal lead, Flyers win the face-off, and York will rim it around the Bruins zone. Aspero reversed it to the near side. Pasternak couldn't golf it through York. McAvoy taken away by Konechny. They're going to pull a goaltender here with just under 4 minutes to go. Vladar heads to the bench. Aspero in that far corner will send in behind the net. McAvoy going to shoot from his own corner. It was deflected out of the air. Husnudinov standing in front of the empty net will score. Husnudinov was behind everyone. That puck was nearly knocked down, but came to him in the far circle, and a slam dunk to make it 6-2.
He was knocked down. That helped him, right? Had a chance to go in. McAvoy, why not take that chance, right? It's a 5-2 game. You got a clear shot at him. You got to lift it up and over top of everybody from your own end. He takes a look. He tries to. And was that York that got a piece of it with the hand, but it comes right to Husnudinov over on that left side and calmly tosses it into the empty net.
That'll be the 12th of the season for Marat Husnudinov.
Had to settle it down first, kind of a bouncing puck.
Had plenty of time to do it. It's under 3.5 to play, and the Bruins 6-2 leaders. Kastelik will play down the right wing wall into the corner, goes crashing into Juleson. Mishkov handing to Zegras coming out of the zone. Passed it right over to Hampus Lindholm, though. Jeannot, who's got a goal tonight, goes into the left wing corner here for the Bruins. Keeps it free, gives to Kastelik, and his shot forced wide. Lohrei backhands around behind the net. Kastelik going over to that far side. Zegras got it out of the corner, and Delorier will clear. Hampus Lindholm coming back ahead of Bobby Brink. McAvoy and Aspero will pick up the assists on that goal. Arvidsson gets upended at center ice. Corrali went sliding through. Was that Couturier who leapfrog over him?
Yeah, Couturier did a nice job avoiding him. Corrali lost his balance, went sliding right under him. Couturier had to jump over him.
Swayman makes a save and hangs on to it with 2:29 to play. Second assist of the night for Aspero on that one. And an assist here on Tuesday night as well. He's in 5 points in 35 games since the call-up. They'll get volleyed back through neutral ice here.
He's not here for points.
No, but
gets him, that's great.
Always nice to
get
rewarded.
Definitely.
Andrew Peak, not a big point guy either, but has 2 assists tonight. As Ristolainen trying to get to the front of the Bruins net. Swayman down to make the save, and the puck trickled wide of the net. We have a penalty coming on the play. 2:07 to go.
Yeah, Ristolainen maintained possession of that puck, and then on his backhand took it to the net from the left wing side. Took it strong to the net. I think that's where the penalty occurs.
Peak is going to go to the box here for tripping. Assist by McAvoy gives him points in 5 in a row.
2 minutes for tripping.
Funny how this game works. You know, put up 6 goals tonight. No points for Pasternak. 1 assist for Geekie.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. You know, you were without Elias Lindholm tonight. You have been out without Pavel Zacha for the last 25 minutes or so of this game. Face-off win by Kastelik. Corrali in the far corner will throw it out to center ice. The Flyers onto the power play here for the 3rd time tonight. Lindholm gets it to Corrali. Can't shoot it out past Tippett. Far side circle, Mishkov. Back to Drysdale. Work it over to Tippett for a one-timer. Swayman had it, lost it. Loose puck in front, and they score. Matvei Mishkov will tap home the power play goal and make it a 6-3 game.
Yeah, he made a couple of saves there, did Jeremy Swayman, but he ended up pushing this puck free and just outnumbered the Bruins down low. Big one-timer coming from outside. Swayman can't quite control that rebound, and it's kept alive by Barkey. Barkey's able to push it across that behind Swayman. Mishkov wide open on the other side.
13th of the season for Mishkov. Finished 4th in the voting for the Calder Trophy as Rookie of the Year last year.
I thought he might take a better step forward this year.
I think a lot of folks have felt that way.
He's exciting. He's you know.
Tippett driving in toward Swayman.
He'll butt heads with coaches. You know, he's going to drive a few coaches. He's not a complete player. Some guys aren't, but he's somebody that battled a little bit with John Tortorella.
Patra and Barkey are tangled up here just inside the Flyer line. Patra was on the bottom of that and gets up and knocks Barkey back down. Everyone's going to gather in here with 1:02 to go in a 6-3 game.
It's a good size matchup for Patra.
Right? Now we got Asamont with Sealer along the far side. Tippett's got a hold of Jeannot from behind. Asamont and Sealer go tumbling down. Now Jeannot's got Sealer by the back collar, and Asamont gets back up and gets back into the fray here. The officials try to tear everyone apart. Patras gets deposited at the Bruins bench and headed up the tunnel. And Asamont looks like he's probably going to join him. So the officials will discuss what they want to do here with 62 seconds left. Tanner Jeannot having some words with basically anyone on the Flyer side who will listen, especially Drysdale, it looks like.
I would probably say that that's Delorier down there.
Well, you said they were talking through much of the warm-up tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. That could have been a friendly chat as well. I don't know what their history is, but still John was. Whoever's at the end of the bench, that's who he's drawn with. You can see it. I can't, but
yeah, that's Delorier now. Yeah,
exactly.
Delorier kind of animated gestures in Jeannot's direction.
All right, time to finish this one up.
It's been a swiftly played game.
It was.
See how the final 1:02 goes here.
It's been kind of a low event game, right? I mean, there's just games that you got to take advantage of in the schedule. The Bruins have. They've done that. Made some mistakes with some turnovers at different times, but
Official scorers have a question for the referees before we can drop the puck here. Bruins have Corrali, Janot, and Kastelik out there, along with Zadorov and Peak.
That's just in case. You don't want to get an instigator right now. And the Flyers, now it's Delorier and Zadorov, John. Zadorov standing right next to the bench. Rick Tocchet's not putting Delorier and Hathaway out there.
Zadorov with a big grin on his face, shaking his head no.
1 minute remaining in the third period. Last minute of regulation.
Off the face-off, Peak will angle it off the near boards toward Kastelik. Benkin has it back here for the Flyers at center ice and dumps into the right wing corner. Swayman to Zadorov in that far corner.
Game really hasn't had that tone anyhow.
No. I mean, Delorier had been trying to stir something up earlier. Never really, nothing really came of it. As Swayman cradles another shot, it'll be a face-off in the defensive zone. Sure.
He hasn't been in the lineup. He's going to, champing at the bit to make a difference.
Face-off will be to Swayman's right. Kastelik and Zegras will match up on the face-off. Kastelik wins that. Lohrei sends behind the net to Aspero. We tick toward 30 seconds to go. Janot has it deflect up into the air, comes bouncing down in the Flyers zone. Drysdale will skate it to the far circle. Bruins going to win their 9th in a row here on home ice. Won't see the Garden Ice again for 4 weeks from tonight. Thanks to the Olympic break as that puck deflects off the glass, goes out of play. 12.4 to go. We'll get at least one more face-off.
The East is wide open, while the West challenges.
This win will improve their home record this year to 21-8-1.
It's impressive. So you got to make up the road games here at some point. They start this week. One on the Sunday and out, against Tampa, and then the other one against the Florida Panthers.
Face off at center ice, won by the Bruins. We get some more words here. Kastelik and Verbanken.
Oh no, Verbanken. Okay.
But it won't matter. Officials separate them. Clock expires. Bruins celebrate another win here at TD Garden. 6-3 the final as they beat the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. A goal and 2 assists each for Casey Middlestat and Fraser Minton to help lead the way. And we will return to recap it in a moment on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
TD Bank's here for an assist with a special checking and savings account offer for new customers. Perfect for fans of the Bruins. Learn more at td.com/garden offer or stop by any TD Bank location in New England. Terms and eligibility apply. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Bruins.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
Poor Diana in accounting. She fell for an email phishing scam. Computers shut down. And people freaked out, especially about getting paid.
Hey!
Fortunately, the company had cyber risk coverage from Safety Insurance. Safety covered the cost of systems and data restoration, business income-related losses, and more. Don't let one human error shut down your business. Ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life storms, even the cyber kind.
Hey hockey fans, it's Bob Beers. If you're ready to upgrade your outdoor living space, look no further than TimberTech Decking and Railing. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand, and it's tough enough to handle anything. It looks just like real wood, but without the costly maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, warp, splinter, or peel, ever. And it's backed by industry-leading warranties, so your deck will last year after year after year. Connect with a local contractor or order free samples at timbertech.com to see the TimberTech difference for yourself. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your New England Chevy dealers and the Chevy Silverado. TimberTech Decking and Railing, #1 in premium decking. Order free samples at timbertech.com. Blue Sky Restoration. Tune in to hear this date in history being restored by Blue Sky all season long. And remember, if you have a property disaster, visit goblusky.com. And your Boston area Lexus dealers. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
This is 2026. No more messing around. It's the first day of the rest of your life. Today, you are switching to Astound, shifting your Wi-Fi and life into a new gear. Reliable, affordable connection, so you can browse, watch, and play like you've always wanted. Because slow Wi-Fi is so last year. Under budget, full speed ahead. That's Astound. Wi-Fi starting at $19.95 per month. Restrictions apply. See astound.com for details.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
The Revolution play on the Sports Hub.
6-3, the Bruins victorious tonight over the Philadelphia Flyers. Joined downstairs by Andrew Peeke, who had a couple of assists tonight in that victory. You guys now won 9 in a row here on home ice. What's been the secret?
Yeah, I think we've just come together here at home. We knew before Christmas break, right? We had that home stretch, and we didn't know it to the fans, to put out a good performance. So since then we've kind of had the mindset we'll take care of our building. Sometimes it's going to be pretty, sometimes it's going to be a greasy win, and that's what's most important.
A couple things going your way today. They play last night, travel from Columbus, but with the outdoor game coming up, you guys wearing the white gloves this morning, kind of trying to break them in. Is there any danger you think coming into this one, maybe overlooking the Flyers?
The Flyers get a power play goal to end their scoreless drought there, make it a 6-3 game.
We know what we have, and we know what we need to bring each night. And obviously there's going to be distraction with the outdoor game coming.
Barkey once again.
All that fun stuff, but
this is what stands out to me about Barkey. Look where he is.
Well, now that this one is behind you, are you looking forward to the outdoor game down in Tampa?
Now we can talk about the outdoor. But no, it's going to be awesome. I think all the guys are excited. It's going to be a great event. It's unique that it's down in Florida, and we're all looking forward to it.
You headed back home, right?
Home-ish, but the state.
Home state.
Well, it'll be a lot. Hopefully, we'll have some decent weather for you guys over the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys down there.
Yeah, no, we're all excited. Yep, see you soon.
Back on the south.
All right, Andrew Peeke joining us on the heels of a 6-3 Bruins win tonight over the Flyers as they get things done here again at TD Garden. And